In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world in state. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Ooh, let's take that out of here. Guess what, everybody? You're back with a new episode, another episode, and a brand new episode. Season 9, 100th season, 100th episode, whatever. Coming fresh off a major marathon. But before we talk about that major marathon that we were a part of, let's bring this team in here. Lady Mandalore, what's going on?
Good evening. Hello, everybody. Aren't you all swell?
We are full deck tonight. We got to bring in our other girl, the heartbreaker, Geek by Heart. What's going on, Laney?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Miss Laney.
We're waiting on
What's
TJ, but her
up?
devices is trying to get connected, so we're just waiting. We're just waiting for her to come on. But in the meantime, we'll be watching our cinematic assassin. What's going on?
Hey, real quick. I wasn't on the internet streets yesterday. Laney, belated Founders Day. Happy belated Founders Day to you.
Thank you.
Happy belated.
Y'all gotta tell me these things. I
didn't know.
Me neither.
Nothing.
Also,
so
Tom
happy.
Brady's out the
Yeah,
playoffs.
okay, so just to let you know, dates by dates.
Well, here's the unbalance. So here's the unbalance. Brady's out the playoffs, but Jerry Jones and the Cowboys is in. I don't know how I'm feeling about that right now. That's
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
All right. All right.
The Black Fox of the Squared Circle. At
this point, I will take the Cowboys if Brady can cry.
Brady can cry.
You don't need another ring. I agree with that.
When Brady cries, the world sings.
That's a good way to put it.
Look. That's a whole other discussion. But
I know, they could go to hell. No, both of them honestly could go to hell.
Yeah. So when I say we are just coming off a major 2-day marathon, we were part of the longest video podcast. We will be going into the Guinness Book of World Records as one of the shows that was a part of this longest winning podcast. So now you are talking and listening to the world-breaking crew of Blurred's Eye View. What's going on, people? Give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that time. But I tell y'all,
I would flex right along with Will, but I can't lift my arms right now.
so silly.
Oh man, so
it must have been a good gym night.
Oh no, that's a dub. No,
it was a run. It was a run. We put ourselves in the books. Shout out to our sponsor, Opulence Radio. Shout out to DC because he helped put this thing together as well for What the Shit. So shout out to my brother. Man, this was fun. It was. You got a little bit of everything. What the shit they kicked it off. We did our normal thing, and then Blurred's Eye View came in, and we did our normal thing, and then after that, it was just
mayhem,
a melding of everything.
Organized chaos.
It was organized, but
yes.
it worked. It worked so well. I was so proud to be a part of something. If you wanted to joke around, you could stay on. If you was looking for some deep conversation, you could stay on. You even had the after dark stuff going on. Nugget porn. That's all I'm saying.
I
nugget
missed that
porn.
one.
Yo, my God.
Why?
How did we even get? I don't even know how we got there.
I have no idea.
I got there.
If shout out to all on the table, Ross ass out there from all on the table. My guy, love you like a play cousin, but man, candy corn sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I feel you on that.
That's my dude.
Love candy corn
And then Montel shocked me when he said, "Well, I like black licorice." I'm like,
ooh,
Grandpa, no.
I don't want to have to put people on watch lists. Don't no.
Listen,
I thought you had a soul. What?
To be fair to him, my grandmother liked black licorice.
That's
maybe it's an age bracket sort of situation. Just
it's gotta be. It's gotta be
with unsweet tea. I just can't trust that.
Nah, he's not that much older than I am. And black licorice.
I'm like, it must be a Virginia thing. I don't know. But shout out to Montel. Shout out to all the podcasts that was a part of this great event. Happy belated birthday. I told him in person, but happy belated birthday to Montel. Happy birthday, belated birthday to my man Nick's over at Do You Speak Geek. They are birthday bros. They're literally a day behind each other. So so yeah, it was a great event. I had a blast. We did our thing and then stepped off, and then Kira jumped back in, and then I jumped back in. I literally jumped in at 1:30 in the morning while DC was doing a quiz. He was doing his quizzing thing. I went in there and he was doing the round table, answered all 5 of the questions. Next, somebody was like, "Chris, you a nerd." I'm like, "You didn't see the background, did you?
Have you not?
You missed the
and you missed the question when I was an audience member, and I could have got
to
Come on, man.
No, but them questions were a little Mayo friendly. I'm
surprised I got the MTV one. I think 2 of them he asked, like, he said this cartoon from the early 2000s, one of the characters was Buttercup, and I'm like, Powerpuff Girls, come on, dude, like, stop feeding me these lightweights.
Yeah, facts.
But then he hit him with the MTV one, and I'm like, the Buggles? And he was like, yeah, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I shouldn't even know that. I shouldn't even know that, So it was a blast. It was definitely a blast. So, like I said, we got a full deck tonight.
It's gonna be a long one.
I did have the pleasure in between sets of this marathon. I watched Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You should watch it. Just you will not be
disappointed. Have you not heard about this movie?
The movie was funny all the way through, and then it gets to the end, and it's just kind of like,
they ran out of material.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You were straight fire for 11 tracks on a 15 tracks on 15 track CD.
And it's no hate towards the actors. It was just it's no hate towards the actors because Regina Hall did her thing. Like when don't she? Sterling Kane Brown, he did his thing. It was just the ending was so sudden halt that I had no idea what was going on. So I was just like, I don't know.
Okay.
I still watch it.
I didn't hate it though. It was just kind of like, so I ended up watching The Voices with Ryan Reynolds. You need to check that out. That was a fun one to check out.
You said The Voices?
Yes, 2014. It was Ryan Reynolds, Anna Kendrick, Gemma Arterton, and I can't remember the rest of those people that was in.
Shoot.
Basically, Ryan Reynolds, the voices he hears are his cat and dog, and they're the physical representation of good and evil, and he's kind of killing people.
I've heard of it.
You sold
it's actually, but it's a dark comedy, but it's really good. It's actually really good.
With a conscience.
I was like, let me rewatch this again because I was like, oh, they got it on it. Let me rewatch it again. So I checked it out. It was fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think I think that was the only thing I watched because we were doing a marathon all weekend. I was like, that was just the break. Everything else was nugget porn, candy corn, and black licorice.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Not in that order, but you know,
I'm
hey,
putting that in your search engine.
If you had a party, you would have had a party.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Good news, everybody. Jeremy Renner is back at home. Jeremy Renner, who's known for Hawkeye and Marriage of Kingstown, he's back at home, healing up. No amputation was involved. Despite his severe injuries, he is resting. He's still at home. He just arrived home earlier today. Good. He's at home resting, thank God. Because good Lord, I'm like, the damage we've been taking in Hollywood from fans and celebrities alike, that we're just like, yeah, we weren't ready for all of this damage.
Right.
We needed a break. We needed something for the home team. We really, he was like, he'll never play Hawkeye again. I'm like, damn all that. We just made the man better.
Yeah,
the man survived.
The base that we tried to reach.
They were saying that he was close to death.
Right.
Yeah. It just he's a tough one. If you've seen the snowplow that he owns, you're just like, whoa, you survived that.
He got extremely lucky.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, like it looks like something construction people would own.
Wow.
Like something happened with the safety features apparently, and he was helping a family member because it was during that blizzard that the entire country got stuck in. And he said he was helping a family member that was stranded, and something happened. I guess the safety features didn't kick over or something, and yeah.
That's
they
scary.
did. They did say they had to reconstruct one side of his chest during surgery. He had a serious head wound, orthopedic. And me being in medical field, when I hear orthopedic issues and stuff like that,
now you jacked, boo.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, your leg.
You literally got chewed up.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, you might be losing your legs, you know, but apparently he's not because he's home, so that's good. So we were treated to the premiere of Velma on HBO Max. So I am all for having a little dark comedy, even if it's something that involves my childhood. I'm okay with that. You know, I watched The Venture Brothers, so I know I can take it. I can take a punch. You know, I'm a fan of that and Rick and Morty. So in Family Guy and American Dad. So all in Simpsons. So all of this stuff, I'm like, I'm used to that. Like I grew up on Mel Brooks. Come on. So I'm used to the damage. Too. So I'm used to all that damage. But what happened with Velma, I'm still on the fence about. Let's start there. I'm still on the fence about. I don't have a problem with the snarky humor and whatever, but it just seemed a little weird. I don't know. Is it just me?
No.
Is it too? I feel like it's trying to be too cute while it's trying to be
too edgy.
Like edgy. Like you can't be cute and edgy at the same. Like it don't. You either got to be all the way in on one or the other. Like you can either be the Powerpuff Girls or you can be Harley Quinn. You can't really.
It's a weird balance. It's a weird balance.
That's a weird mix to try to put together.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I'm literally listening to it because I watched it again and the first episode again, and she's saying, "Oh, this is how we meet. This is like the origin story and blah 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 how we met." And I'm like, okay.
I can kind of get with it. Yeah, like I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over.
No. I want everybody's input on this.
I was talking to somebody and they were just fixated on how it doesn't have Scooby-Doo, it doesn't have any of the elements from the old show. And I'm like, no, that's not what we're here for. We're here to get the origin story about Velma. They're not going to be the characters that they literally grow into when you get to the actual show, and it's going to be a parody. Nobody wants. If you want to watch a Scooby-Doo episode, go to Boomerang.
Go watch
whatever
watch a Scooby-Doo episode.
There's
a ton of content out there. Let's say
but this isn't that. You've got to see Nobody knows how they grew up. All you've got is a pup named Scooby-Doo. You don't have anything in between.
By the way, that outro for that cartoon goes way too hard, and I did a TikTok on that a while back. That goes that outro. I'm like, whose black church choir did y'all get? What Baptist choir did y'all get in here? Y'all got a whole Baptist choir to sing about a pup named Scooby-Doo. I don't know how y'all did it, but thank you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love sticking to that. Actually, I ain't even lie.
So, lady, did you watch Velma?
I didn't get a chance to yet. I heard so many bad things about it. I was like, all right, then I need to put it on the back burner because there's other things I need to watch first.
Okay. What about you, Cinematic Assassin?
Listen, to be fair to Velma, I don't know if I started it like too late in the day, but I was like, I got 7 minutes in and I woke up and it was done playing. I was like, okay, hold on. I missed something. I'm gonna try this again at another hour. And then like that other hour came and I think I hit about the same 7-minute mark and was like ambient. So I don't know what that says about the show per se, but I got one more try in me. I'll let y'all know how it goes.
Maybe fast forward past that mark.
But
and see what happens.
You have just found your. But on the bright side, though, Will, you just found your white noise.
Yeah.
You have literally just found your white noise episode.
You don't need melatonin now.
What about you, Black Fox?
I have to go back and watch it again because the first time I watched it, I was like, I kind of did a whole marathon of shows I was watching with The Last of Us and like 4 different other things. Mm-hmm. So Velma was like, I watched it and I was like, first response was that's it, because it went one direction, then it went another direction, and then somewhere along the lines it just got twisted. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm just not giving its full attention, like you did, Chris. Maybe I would give its full attention the first time around. Mm-hmm. Went back and watched the second time, still didn't feel any different, but I'm like, okay, first episodes are hit and miss. They always are. I mean, it could be great, it could be bad. So I feel like, look, I give it 3 episodes. If you don't get my attention in 3 episodes, you're probably not gonna be my cup of tea. But
yeah, if you don't reach me by 3rd, it's like a Naomi situation. You can't really reach me by the 3rd to 5th. It's just like there's something problem. I'm
not gonna lie, Naomi was a 1 episode for me. I'm like, really, Avra?
Right? Really, I tried 2. I did try 2, but I couldn't get past the second one.
It gave us Scooby-Doo in black kid form, really?
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm willing to rewatch what I have because apparently there's a lot of hate for Mindy Kaling.
Of course there is.
Now I know her brother has, posed as he was a black person to get into medical school, which is weird to me because I'm sorry,
like,
yes.
Excuse me?
Yes. He cut all his hair off and pose as a black man to get into
be a whole Negro.
Wow.
I'm like, is this Soul Man all over again? I'm like, is this? It was. I don't know. I don't know.
Chris,
and Mindy, not with Mindy Kaling. I don't know how I feel about Mindy Kaling because I never really watched The Office, so I didn't care. And the things I've seen her in, it was just like she wasn't the star of it. She was just in it. Right. So she had her own show. She had her own show. I mean,
didn't it sort of get canceled when it did.
You can just skip it.
I mean, damn, okay.
Black Fox, not a fan. Got it.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. You can skip it if you're expecting Office-like material.
No,
it wasn't like that. It was more sitcom-y.
Yeah, you can just.
Yeah, it was definitely more sitcom-y.
Okay, I mean,
I feel like. Okay, well, number one, I think she's annoying. That's part of the problem. She is annoying. She's very annoying as a character. Like as a woman that is on her, that's about her stuff.
Yeah.
I'm with her. Baby girl, go get your money, do what you got to do, make out these shows, good for you. Your characters are terrible.
Is
Your
that what it
characters
is?
are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, she can
Maybe
write.
that's what I'm
she can write
picking
a
up
show. She's
in.
a great writer, but she is a great writer because a lot of shows that we know and love, she was actually a part of. She was actually a writer on. That's how she got her start. But like Kira said, you're kind of the Fran Drescher of acting at this point.
I prefer Fran.
I mean, I'll take Fran. I mean, I could deal with Fran and that annoying voice over Mindy Kaling. I'm gonna put it that way. Like I could.
Although Fran did wear the same outfits as not Khadijah James, but as Sinclair.
Drescher slander out of nowhere. My goodness.
I know, right?
No, I like Nanny Fine. Don't get me wrong. It's just Nanny Fine wore the same outfits as Sinclair.
It's
from
they had
Living
memes on it.
Living Single.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's saying she got good taste, but who didn't bite off a Living Single? French.
Hello.
What a laugh track. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
So James Gunn is quick to dispel a lot of rumors that's going on around his new version of the DCU. People are talking about they know who the new Superman is and what direction he is, and he's quick to get on Twitter and like, I don't know where you heard these rumors. That's not true. We haven't casted anyone. The latest rumor is he's rereading All-Star Superman to kind of get some ideas and stuff like that to see where he wants to take it. I know he wants to go, and he said it, he wants to go younger, but not origin.
And I like it. I prefer. I want to like. I think we talked about we talked about this. Like, I want to see Superman fuck up a little. I keep cursing. I'm so sorry. I want to see Superman mess up.
We're not monetized yet, so it doesn't.
Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah, no, he can fuck it up, man. No, I want to see Superman fuck up. I want to see him murk a motherfucker right now. Like, I want to see him like try to mush somebody in the head and their whole forehead go to the back of their skull. I want to see all of that.
I'm with it.
That's gonna be Kira's comic. Just fucked up Superman.
Because I know you will. I mean, you don't come straight out the gate just knowing what to do. Like, case in point, Matt Reeves, the Batman. Great film.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
That scene when he's inside the Gotham PD and he gets out of there and he flies out of there, and his biggest fuck up moment was when the test flight. His suit catches underneath that bridge, that overpass.
Yo,
I'm like,
you mean when he died?
I was cool with it.
I'm like,
not all test flights are landers. That's all I'm saying.
My man's insides definitely turned to jello.
For real. Because I was like, you had it, but you couldn't meet that gap. You barely made that gap.
Missed it by that much.
So yeah, I'm all for James. I'm behind James Gunn on this because he has yet to fail us when it comes to these comic properties. We just seen the release image for Adam Warlock. It's giving me Thor a little bit, but it could be the lighting. It looks like it's the lighting, but I'm not knocking the Adam Warlock thing. It's just
the whole ensemble, the cape.
Yeah, it's the look. Go ahead, Kira.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I'm because this is why I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see it because I want to see its full look.
Yeah,
because this was the same as Apocalypse from X-Men. It's the same as that one.
Why you gonna stay in the past, man? Why you gonna stay in the past?
We're not gonna talk about that.
It gave us Ivan Ooze. But then when you see the film, the scene that they were showing had purple light. He wasn't purple. It was just the lighting. And I'm like, well, y'all picked probably the worst still picture to promote that because everybody was like,
that's how people look at Bryan Singer and just go, when you're doing the still shots for this, shouldn't you kind of check first?
Raw. He said anybody but Ben Affleck.
Damn. Nobody likes Batfleck.
Yeah. He's not feeling Warlock. Who knows? The movie might
did a good job.
I don't blame him.
No, Ben Affleck did do a good job. He redeemed, in my eyes, he redeemed himself.
Ben, you did a good job. Ben, you did a good job.
That was all Snyder writing because I thought Ben Affleck played a good Batman.
Yeah, he did. He did. he did a good Batman, and in reality, their interaction, which they really were in the same room together, but when they has that nightmare sequence, and he's talking to Jared Leto's Joker,
that was a mess. Jesus Christ!
That conversation was a dope conversation, but they weren't even in the room together when that conversation went down, and I'm just like,
that's impressive.
But the interaction. The perceived interaction,
right?
You know, they're having this talk, and I'm like, why didn't we get that Joker? Because I don't know what that. But anyway, that's another story.
Snyder.
So
Snyder.
For another time.
Yeah, the story for another time. We got a giveaway, and it's Jonathan Majors for Devotion. So here's bring Devotion home on digital. Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell star in this epic and inspirational story based on true events of two heroic U.S. fighter pilots whose sacrifices made them the Navy's most celebrated wingmen. Buy Devotion on digital now, packed with behind-the-scenes bonus content available at participating retailers rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures. If you want a digital code from this movie, just hashtag all the things. And why did I say all the things? Because Jonathan Majors seems to be in all the things right now.
Man.
That's a fact.
The man is getting a check. He's getting paid.
It's gonna be his year. I mean, three different movies within the span of
just a couple of months.
A couple months of each other, yeah.
And two of them are franchises. Is that?
I think Pedro Pascal has taken a page out of his book. Him and Oscar Isaac. Like, look, we're getting paid this year. These are the three guys that are getting paid this year.
You know what's wild? I don't think any of them are going to get nominated for anything.
That's the crazy thing. Between them, there's 9, maybe 10 projects.
I don't know. Maybe out of the three of them, they might get one, but I don't even see that.
So maybe they're all fantastic actors. That's the crazy thing. Okay, and maybe Pedro for The Last of Us.
I was gonna say Pedro for The Last of Us, and Majors may get Devotion. Well, he may get Devotion, or he may get Ant-Man because of depending on his performance in Quantumania. Because I think that's going to be stronger than him being Creed 3. Because unless he's gonna make an appearance,
I agree with that too.
Yeah,
he said he might be. Raw says he ain't play a bad role yet. He might be the new Denzel.
Yeah,
agree with that. That's true.
I am with you. I have not seen that brother play a bad
that
role yet.
Good.
That boy's good.
That boy's good.
He quoting Denzel right now. He's like, I'm leaving here with something.
Oh man.
In most cases, Seth Rogen might be playing in the film that I watch. Yes, I've watched The Green Hornet, but not because of Seth Rogen.
I'm sorry.
It just because. Just because. But I generally don't laugh at a lot of his stuff because it's not really funny, but it's like, haha, and then let's move on, tongue in cheek humor. But during the Critics' Choice Awards, he was a presenter, and he actually made me laugh at this point. So here we go.
I'm not saying the CW is bad. What I will say is it is the one network to receive 0 Critics' Choice nominations. You're saying it's bad. We're on your least favorite network.
Dang.
How did that happen? Nominate yourselves next time. You'll have one. No one will think it's weird. They'll think it's fine.
He is roasting the shit out of it.
He got him. He
decided to go ahead and choose violence away from the podium line.
He got him.
He's mad about something. Goddamn, we're out of nowhere for nobody.
We are on your least favorite
like
network.
His first big break, he wanted to be in CW, and they said no, and he was like,
I'm
gonna have that warm memory.
It's either that or Pineapple Express #3 is not getting made. One of the two. #3 is not getting made because he came with that with anger.
Yeah, he chose full violence out of that set because I was just like, okay, that's funny. He's not lying. That's funny. It's like, I'm like, Ben Stiller didn't know whether to laugh or not. Like, no, you better let that laugh out.
He's like,
Ben
I don't
Stiller
know.
thought about the other checks that got coming. Like, hang on a second.
Yeah,
we
dude.
can't laugh. We can't laugh.
He was trying not to.
Yeah. So Ross said Seth got classic. He's just old and the vibe ain't there no more. Yeah, hey, yeah.
He's
started
in pottery now.
Yeah, he's doing all his like.
Yeah,
like,
no,
indie
that
stuff.
wasn't. That was
so
not a play
random.
of word.
Yeah.
He makes pottery. He makes.
And it's so random.
Well, no,
like-
I thought you was making a joke.
I was like, he
Nah.
actually makes pottery. Well,
Yeah.
I know he's involved in the weed business now, just because of where he's living at.
And
Yes.
he started
Those
with
little
making
pots and ashtrays.
Ashtrays, yeah,
Ah.
okay.
yeah.
Get
I
the
guess you
money.
gonna find
They're
peace.
not
right
again,
now.
bad,
then
actually. If you want to
Get
take,
the money.
I'm not a proponent.
Get your ghost on.
Exactly.
So speaking of the Critics' Choice Awards, damn. Damn. There have been some speeches that came out of this thing where you're just sitting back like, it's your time. It should have been your time. Thank God you're here. Okay, you're right, Ross. Zach and Miri makes a point of that. That is, I'll take that back. That movie is hilarious. I forgot about
Greg Robinson made that.
I forgot
Greg
about
Robinson made that movie.
He did that and Granny Panties. That will always forever.
All I want to see was some freak. There is no such thing as freak, is there?
Chocolate cake is all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
So some of the winners that were presented, and I'm not going through all of them, but some of the ones that matter. Best actor for The Whale, Brendan Fraser. Well earned, well deserved, and the speech he gave just, it almost broke me. Knowing what that man went through, just hearing, I'm like, dude, stop.
That man had a therapy session up there, and I'm all for
He
it.
did. He had a whole therapy set, and they were with it. They were with it. Yeah. What he said? No, the legend known as McLovin was created. Good Lord. No, but Brendan Fraser, Keanu Reeves, and Ki Wa Kwan are right now up here.
Yeah.
Oh, you muted, Kira. You muted.
Kira,
you're muted.
Kira.
Oh, you muted.
Muted.
She did on her whole thing, and I was like, I want to hear what she got to
She's about to
say.
go in.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. No, they're the three nicest men in all of Hollywood. It maybe the planet.
Yeah.
If they get into a room together, like angels will come down on high and sing
something. Because like when you hear the horror story that Brendan Fraser went through in his career, how he's pretty much blackballed, and he wasn't in the wrong for what happened, and to be silent about it, and to go through what he went through, and to lose the roles, and it looks like he's slimming down on top of that, and he's, I don't even want to say slowly making a comeback. Like he's in Doom Patrol, is doing fantastic. He was in Batgirl. Y'all should have released it.
Wait for the leak.
Wait, it's going to be a leak. Somebody's going to leak it. Ryan Reynolds, you need to get on that.
Please.
If anybody knows how to leak something, Ryan Reynolds will do it. But then you got The Whale. Then he did a movie with Robert De Niro. So he's been making these climbs, and you would never believe, like with Keaton and Kwan, you'll never believe he was the fight coordinator on X-Men.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Keaton on Kwan.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, he was. Kwan was the fight director or fight choreographer on X-Men, and you'll never believe who got him back in the business. I can't remember the actor's name, but he played Chunk because he's an entertainment lawyer now.
Oh yeah,
that
co-star in the Goonies.
The guy from the Goonies got him back in.
First of all, I couldn't even tell you what he looked like. All I just remember.
Yeah, he's completely slimmed down. Like, he's got like a beard thing going on. He's bald. Like, there you go. All I could think of was like Goonies Never Say Die. That's all I could think of. And like, no shade. I'm like, yo, your boys always had your back. They always had your back.
Goonies ain't just a name. That's a brotherhood.
That's a brotherhood
That's
for
a
real.
brotherhood.
That's what
Blood
I'm
in,
thinking
blood
of. I'm
out.
thinking about the wrong person. Okay.
Jesus.
They should
So-
all get Goonies tattoos.
For real. So best director went to Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to. You need to shut everything down and watch that film,
Dude.
It will pull you in.
Yeah,
It will pull you in.
right. Best drama was Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Best actress in a drama series, Zendaya. Best actor in a drama series, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul. Best movie made for television. Get this. Weird, the Al Yankovic Story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never seen it coming.
I didn't think it would get nominated.
I
it's
desperately
great.
want to see this
Wow.
now.
Yeah, you should. It's good.
Daniel Radcliffe
It's
plays.
good?
Yeah,
It's good.
It's actually
It's really good.
Yeah. And the
Mm.
likenesses are hilarious because Daniel
I've
Radcliffe
I've seen
plays
the
Weird Al.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I've seen the
like
pictures.
of all the people on the planet, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Listen,
You've never seen
Daniel
it coming.
Radcliffe,
Yeah.
yo,
you've
he
never
actually
seen it
plays
coming.
a lot of different things, and he's really good at it all.
Yeah. Damn British.
No, I'm just talking about facial features. Like my brain would not.
Oh,
Go to Weird Al.
It's the wig and they gave him the porn.
was there.
Yeah, they gave him the porn stash and the porn fro and everything. They gave.
Okay.
Yeah, best talk
should
show
definitely watch
last week tonight with John Oliver. I'm coming for your seat, Mr. Oliver. Best comedy special was Norm Macdonald, Nothing Special, rest in peace. Best animated series, Harley Quinn, because I really don't think of any other good cartoons in that realm. You know. Now, if you're talking to good, clean cartoons, I'd probably go with Craig the Creek or something like that. But that's me. Best cinematography, Claudio Miranda for Top Gun Maverick. Best productions design, that was for Babylon.
Yes, I am rolling my eyes. I rolled my eyes. I don't care.
Best. This is. I might let this go because I think I know where the other one is at. For best hair and makeup, they gave it to Elvis. But I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Wow. And
Well.
Will's out. And
I'm
Will's
holding
out.
my tongue.
Burn scene.
Lost Will.
Because I'm waiting for Ruth to pop up. Best
What?
visual, yeah, I'm waiting for Ruth to
Listen.
pop because I know she on there somewhere.
Listen.
I know she on there somewhere.
She gonna
For
be in
best,
the Oscars.
yeah,
That's
for best
cool. Yeah,
visual,
we Oscars only. Oscars only.
Oscars
Yeah,
only.
we don't need
Yeah.
that. We don't need your second help. What is it? Second hand.
second
awards?
hand. The
Bump
pre
that. Take it all.
determinations.
Take
Best
it
visual
all.
effects
Bump
went
that.
to Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yeah,
Best
I
comedy
guess.
series, of course, Abbott Elementary. Best actor in a comedy series was Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Best animated feature, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Best actor in a limited series or movie made for television. Once again, Daniel Radcliffe for Weird Al. Best supporting actress. Go ahead, Will, get that tally board out because it's Angela Bassett again.
Reset the clock. And we're back
Reset
to
the
0
clock.
days.
It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. It's award season.
Mhm.
We need that major one. We walk away.
The real question is,
Don't
how
say
many times
it.
did Angela
Just
come up during the
wait,
marathon?
wait.
Man.
I'm trying to think because I know it came up more than once. Best supporting actor was Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best supporting actor in a comedy series, Henry Winkler for Barry. Best supporting actress in a comedy series, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott Elementary. In the speech that she gave
Yes.
made me go look right in the mirror and say, "You can do it." You.
It gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
That was almost a turn to your neighbor and say neighbor.
For real.
Turn to your neighbor.
I don't know how it did for the other side, but I know for this side over here, they were just like, you know what? That's somebody's grandmama. That was somebody's aunt. That was somebody's church mother. Somebody spoke life.
Mhm.
So I was all for that.
That whole thing where she said, "Put that, come here."
Yeah, when she get to come in, when she get to come in.
I feel bad for that
Talking
kid.
to you.
That's even that Cameron has been around black mothers or black teachers because the moment she said "you,"
Yes,
come
ma'am.
here.
He was like, yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Turn that camera.
He's probably hearing people in his ear. What are you doing? I'm like,
No, she said no.
when my people talk, when my people talk,
You must listen.
or
Right.
he got raised by a black woman because that's more
Something.
likely. in
Yeah,
Hollywood
that was
than
a
not.
whole Tin Hut
Hello.
moment. I can't blame him. We all did it. You know, that's that program. Whenever you get to, he's like, come here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
yes,
I'm sorry.
everything
What I do-
tightens up. You tighten up. You damn near military. You
Right.
Up a little straight.
Best supporting actress in a limited series or movie made for television. Niecy Nash Betts for Dahmer, and she gave a powerful one. She gave.
Yeah,
him
she
I was
did.
like, yes.
Yes, she did.
She told the
We,
truth. She told
we,
the whole
we
truth. on that
came
stage.
for the heat.
Mhm.
I swear to God, we came for the heat because best supporting actor in drama series, Giancarlo Esposito for Better Call Saul.
Yes.
Sugar Daddy on lock. Bring
I
that
don't
shit
know.
home. Bring the money home, Big Daddy. Bring that
These
home.
speeches.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up there. I'm like, y'all just. I don't know if y'all trying to tear me down or build me up. I don't know what's going on.
And both.
I'm not
Bigger
mad at it.
content.
I mean, let's be honest. As Giancarlo Esposito, you're waiting. He's like, wait a minute. He's coming up. Epic
Get
speech is
out the
coming.
way.
And
Just
he gave it.
out
I was
the
just like,
way.
I'm like, just move, just let the man talk. You better not play it. You better not play it.
That's what you know. That's what you know. The band director is like, wait a minute. That's Gus. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
It
Gus.
was.
Can you
This all
imagine the
aired
speech
yesterday?
you're gonna give me if I played him? No, I'm not dealing with that action.
Mm.
Mm,
So
Was this all yesterday?
I believe so.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday.
I
you
mean,
know
my
what it
days
is? You know
mixed
what it
up.
is, guys? MLK weekend.
Oh,
They was up there having a speech off.
Yeah,
that's what they was doing.
I
It
sure.
was
what they
inspired.
were
It
doing.
was inspired. It's like, you know, we gonna show out. We gonna show out him on MLK weekend.
Not on
Oh,
his day. You must. Be
They
out
were
tomorrow.
firing. They must have embodied that. They were just like,
Right.
it's MLK. We about to body the hell out of this. We gonna
Mhm.
ain't nobody competing. We just gonna
They-
body it, right? We
Man.
gonna
Take it to task.
leave that stage. I'm like, what you gonna do with it? Just burn it up. Just ain't nothing to
At
do with it.
that
no
point,
more.
who
You
wants to
can't-
follow
you
that?
can't-
That's
Just leave it in
every time.
room.
Every time one of them gave a speech, I felt bad for the next person that had to come up. I said, I got all that. you better take this shit to commercial.
I need to gather myself. I think they was preaching to me. You know, so this is why I was holding my tongue on the makeup thing, because best costume design did go to Ruth E. Carter for Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Mhm.
So I knew that was coming.
Okay.
I
'Cause
knew that.
she doesn't do hair. She does do costumes and stuff.
She don't fail neither.
She don't fail though. But
No.
And the fact that she put a speech up and she says there's two numbers don't change: my mother's phone number and Angela Bassett's dress size. And I'm like,
No, not just dress size. Measurements as
her
a
measurements.
whole.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
You
was
don't
just like,
understand the kind of consistency you need to have for all of the
Yes.
word measurements to encompass your whole body.
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Work
we
done
set
or
the
not,
clock.
be damn. Mama puts in work.
she's been doing it for a long time.
Courtney
Mhm.
B. Vance is a lucky ass dude. Man, he was.
That's just a brother. You just keep shaking his head. You be like, nice to meet. I love your work. I love your work. I love your life.
You can't.
I love your life.
You trying hard. That's the not trying. Look, I respect you as a brother, but I'm just saying as a brother, just
Watch
Hey.
it
How
back.
does it feel to be married to a
Listen,
goddess?
I
A goddess. You're married to a goddess. Like, my guy, you hit the lottery. Like, you're a great actor.
that's
And
why the
then
man's
you
always
get-
smiling. That's
Yeah.
why
Mm.
you ever notice that man? Courtney
I
B.
was
Vance does not have a
sitting
bad day
watching.
because he just looks over and smiles.
It's amazing.
I got no reason to be unhappy.
Fury's gonna meet that man one day and just ask him like, so brother, I just no particular reason. Can you fight? No, I just
need to know. I just
ask.
need to know.
You stupid.
You see it. You see her standing there, and you know how you try to edge your way over while you talking to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, sup?
Yes. I just need to be in the air right now. Just be in the air.
I just want to be in the presence.
I
Of
just-
like,
Just little,
be in
just
the-
That's a
little.
fact.
just you walk by and say, "Oh, just mahogany and shea butter all wrapped up in
I
a
hate
nice."
Just there.
Just
Like, this is the blackest room I've ever been in. It's just
Mm.
it's the right temperature and everything.
This is- I just need that. That's
The
like,
hair
let's
is
see
not
like-
even prison. Like it's all good.
Everything's perfect.
Everything's balanced.
Right?
All
I'm like,
things.
like, how is this? I'm like, look it up in them sky. You know, ain't no other ones like that. I know you broke that mold. They're like, he was like, oh no, I did way too good on this one. I got to start over.
Yeah, no, they gonna lose their minds if I make 2. Let me just see what
man.
Oh
part.
man, I actually read an article today where she was talking about why about Angela Bassett, why she turned down Monsters Ball, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad she did.
Mhm.
That's a fact.
And it was for this. It
That's
was
a
for the.
fact.
It was
for
and
that
it was
scene,
Because
right?
and it was for
scene.
that scene. It was that
Yeah.
scene.
It
They
didn't
did.
need to be in there. Anyway.
No.
Queen
it didn't.
Jasmine.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
No,
it was
you're
for
right,
that
Karen.
scene.
It was
Yeah,
unnecessary.
It was for that scene. It
Yeah.
was. It was a totally unnecessary scene. That's why when it was one, and I'm like,
That just lets you know Hollywood has a kink.
yeah.
One
Okay.
A singular.
No. That's
Okay.
no. Hang on. That's when they admitted it. They admitted it right for the world to see, and after that, everything else came out.
It was. I'm like, okay, y'all did it. Best comedy, Glass Onion. Best acting ensemble, Glass Onion. Gotta admit, yeah, that was a great.
It was really
a great
good.
cast.
Good movie.
It was a great cast. Best actress nominees: Viola Davis for The Woman King, Danielle Deadwyler for Till, Margot Robbie for Babylon, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. At this point, I think we just won. We won.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
It was a good night for the melanin people, but we was all sitting there. You kind of had award service, but you also had church service at the same time.
You really did.
You kind of felt inspired
I'm like,
at the end.
And Brendan Fraser was invited to the Baptist church. You know,
yeah.
he was just like,
he was
still giving speeches. Like they were asking him questions. I'm like, do you realize that this man has went through hell and he's back? And Cheryl Lee Ralph is giving speeches. Niecy Nash Betts is giving speeches. Key is giving speech. All these people giving speech, and Brandon was like, I'm just glad to be here.
That's a person that discovered potato salad had season. He's like, I like being here.
I can come back, right?
Like he couldn't stop. I can't remember the question they asked him, but it had to deal with the words that he spoke to Keenan Kwa about. We're still here. He put his hand on the shoulder, said, "We're still here," and he was so just overcome. You could tell he was nervous. You know, he was like, and I just want to sit in this moment right now because this hasn't even settled. And I was just like, dude, we are so glad you're here right now.
And that's what that was the beauty part, that to see actually two Hollywood actors that have been through that much, and that now, you know, like you said, I won't call it a resurgence, but let's be honest, it's them finally getting opportunities and accolades that they deserve. So it was cool to actually see all that. But you know, I pulled the Issa Rae. I was rooting for everybody black, and I'm not disappointed.
It was the thing to see. Let me see if I can find it. Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can get this up. Because I really want to play this.
And pastor.
Go ahead.
From St. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John Catholic Church of God.
Okay.
Emmanuel Episcopal Baptist Church in the southern AME.
So this was
not the intro to the podium.
So this was Brendan Fraser's acceptance speech. Let me put the audio on here. And like this was something.
In the wilderness, and I probably should have left a trail of breadcrumbs. So, but you found me, and like all the best directors, you merely just showed me where to go to get to where I needed to be. If you, like a guy like Charlie, who I played in this movie, in any way struggle with obesity, or you just feel like you're in a dark sea, I want you to know that if you too can have the strength to just get to your feet and go to the light, good things will happen.
Was that little twinkling them trying to play him off?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it was,
Right?
I'm gonna tell you,
That is
that's
the
what I
best
thought.
music.
I was like,
They did him a favor.
yeah,
Right, it
because
was
I was
like
like, that
building it
music
up.
actually worked. With
That-
For what he's
That was that
saying,
that was that
right.
cinematic time that came in. You always listen to that violin uplifting music. I was like, at first I was like, I know these mothers. Really?
Me too. I'm like, are y'all?
That's all I could think of. I'm like, y'all not really playing him off. It's working with him right now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's not bypassing anything. I have to show this queen because
Reset the clock, Will.
no, it's not that queen.
No.
Not that
Gold
queen.
leaf dress.
It's not that queen. Oh man.
Yeah,
He said
gold
reset
leaf
the
dress, baby.
Here you go.
She looks so ageless.
Man.
She does.
I've got it.
Every mistake, every bad break, every no, every rejection in an industry that when I was 19 years old was quick to tell me there was no place for me. Sidney Poitier looked at me and said, "You're a damn good actress."
Okay.
You heard it from one of the greats.
To all of you watching here,
There you go.
come close to the screen.
Let's go.
People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even have
Come on,
to
cinematography.
you.
Okay.
But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see.
All right.
Love what you see.
All right.
That's that black when your black mom had a talk with you, and it's just like look
Shut all that down. Shut all that down. It shut all that down.
I called my mom after that. I was like, all right, mama,
You were right, mama. You were right, mama.
Very few times you had to sit there and be like, I ain't gonna lie. I called my mom after that. It's like, hey, mom, how you doing? She's like, boy, what you call me for?
I love you, mama.
Oh my god! But yeah, go ahead, Gary.
I have a small flex, very small,
Oh.
very small.
Look, like Cheryl Lee Ralph said, put it out there.
I have a family member that made a big mistake. They made a big mistake, but I'm glad she is where she's at right now. But she could have been family. Why?
Oh my god!
Why?
She could have been family.
She could have been family.
Oh,
my god! Every day. Every day.
You look at them, you be like, how did you drop that ball?
I be asking, right? I asked
because I've been following her for a long time, and she's had that. She's always had that.
She's always
that poor. I literally thought about like, there's literally if they were to do a rival kingdom in Wakanda, there's the two queens right there, Cheryl Lee and Angela. Those are I'm like, yo.
Put her in.
They can't. There ain't.
They don't.
They would have been like. T'Challa.
Make it happen.
Who are those people? We want to talk about these two queens right now.
The MCU not big enough.
The MCU's not big.
They wouldn't know what
the
to
Queen
do.
region.
I don't think we big
all the
enough
tribes,
to
all the
too.
Wakanda tribes. You can. Hey.
No, I don't think the rest of the cast would have got worked. I'm like, no, they acting right now. Like y'all supposed to be acting too.
Nah, they giving clinics.
They give. We gotta watch this.
That whole set would be one big ass family reunion, and I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
Can she be a Queen Ramonda variant?
Yeah. She could.
Oh, don't give him no ideas.
Please don't do this.
I'll give him all the ideas.
Well, sir,
Do you not think Kevin Feige was
Just
not
get
not
making
do
those
this.
at that
Not in
day?
this house, sir. Not in this house.
Look, Queen Jasmine even said it. She's like, I don't think we ready.
No.
I think we ready. You know, if anything, that speech that Angela gave in Wakanda Forever said anything, which we're seeing now. Just imagine if the both of them was in a scene. It ain't even got to be Wakanda Forever. Just a scene together,
right?
Yep.
It was like, yo, we got to cut. What's wrong? I'm like, I got cut right now, man.
And if you
Listen,
sprinkle
moment.
Jennifer Lewis on it too.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Okay.
No, that's
Bring
too
him-
much. That's
bring
too
him
much.
out.
No, that's too much.
Not
That's too much.
Effie. Not
I can't
Effie.
eat. I can't eat like that. I can't eat
Done,
like that.
yo.
That's
Jennifer
I
Lewis
can't do
comes
it.
in there. She gonna be like, "Nah, I need all." No, see that right there. This is what she. You all you hear is that part. Is now. I need everybody.
Everybody to
Like,
get their stuff together. Everybody done left with a plate. Everybody done cleaned up the house, the yard.
Yep.
They
There you
made
go.
up folks' beds.
Next
you know, everybody-
grandmother on his mother's side.
Right. Everybody done sat up there and was like, I'm going to college.
That's
Right.
that Hillman.
It was like, what happened?
And
What happened?
HBCU immediately.
Right.
Listen.
HBCU.
Walking out of there,
There
everybody,
are
the
no
doctor
other
and the
schools.
scientist and the lawyer. And
Not for me. I can't you on that
Engineer.
one, Kira.
Mm-mm.
sitting up there on the ride home, be quiet as hell in the car, be like, I need to rethink my life. This is
that's that kind of moment. It's like I watched the movie and I got
What have I been doing?
That's great. You got a job, baby. It's great. You staying out of trouble, but you can do more. I'm like, damn, you right.
It's just that I see greatness in you.
Yeah.
The problem is you don't see it in yourself. But understand that I see that in you.
It's like, man, I got a good job and my own house, and then you look in the mirror and be like,
PhD. I got a double doctorate. What else am I supposed to do?
No, this is what they get you. No, Kira, this is what they get you. You name all that stuff and they stop you. But baby, are you happy?
Happy.
That's what they get you.
Boy.
Are you happy?
I'd be happy if you left me. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
That's what they get you. They don't go for no accolades. They go straight for the fields.
Now go to eat your food. I ain't even hungry right now.
Eat your food though.
I'm gonna go. Can I take it? I'm gonna go to my room.
I gotta.
Now, baby, they ain't no shame. Now, why don't you take this plate and you think about that?
You hold your head up when you walk away too. Don't you?
Right. And when they hit you with that one, you be like,
don't let them see you angry.
Stuff all wailed up.
Now, baby, queens hold their heads high and they walk high. The only thing low is the dress.
It take one cousin to cut up and like the music stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody stopped doing it. Some of the elders sat back. I'm like, see, I knew that boy was gonna mess up. That's all right. No. Let them get him there. He'd be all right.
When they get in trouble, it's like, help him. Nope.
Nope.
You know, when the three of them get to talking, leave it alone. Stay out of
it. There's three things in life a man must have his own.
Nope.
Like, mama, neighbor.
Nope.
That's my personal favorite. He'll still be breathing afterwards. He'll be alive.
Like they ain't gonna touch him. What you gonna do? They ain't gonna touch him. Trust me. They gonna touch his soul, but they ain't gonna touch him. Just trust me. Oh man. So yeah, it was a night for the Critics' Choice Awards. It was definitely a night, but like you guys said, this is a precursor to what the Oscars are showing now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about
it. I want
to talk about it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put it out there yet. We got what is it next month? I think it's next month.
I'm praying for a blackout.
Yeah.
Bring Issa Rae in to walk the red carpet and let her do her thing.
No. Everybody gets to their seats and everybody goes home. That's all I need to pray for. That's all I need.
And nobody gets slapped.
I want to be so petty that everything should be a blackout. Every musical number should be at least from the Jacksons and 70s and back, just to mess with them.
This is I've seen a video.
You asking for a lot right now. Wait a minute.
I know I've seen a video.
Right, I'm asking a lot. I want America to be like, we just had a blacked out experience. The rest of us. That's Tuesday.
Then you can't.
That's Tuesday, right?
It's hard to be a pimp.
Right.
No,
one too.
That
man.
Oh, you won the Oscars.
It won the Oscars, but man, when Terrence Howard got up there performing it, I'm like, I don't know if this is the way we need to be going with this right now.
I wasn't mad about that, but just the look on people's faces that never heard of 3 6 Mafia.
When they got up on the stage and they were like 3 6 Mafia.
That was something amazing.
When they announced it and they were just like, yeah, 3 6 Mafia. I'm like, 3 6 Mafia.
Are you sure?
That's an all-time moment in Black history.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And then they followed it up performing with Terrence Howard. I'm like, what
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Nobody let us.
That's
Nobody.
when you know all the censors and the parent and the FCC got a little bit.
That
nervous.
was that moment. That was that moment. We got blackout moments and we got black ass moments. That was a black ass moment.
Deeply black ass moment.
Like I heard Huey and Riley in my head the whole time. I'm like, this a black ass moment.
Yeah, I can see.
If that's the case, you heard MLK from that show.
Right.
Okay.
What these NASA's doing? That was a moment, man. I was just like, and Terrence Howard perform. I'm like, how do you look at the people? I was like, please get the audience doing that.
I would have paid mucho fucking bucks to see the audience's face.
They show. I want to tell you what I remember. They showed 3 people, and then they immediately cut right back to the stage because
it was
the look on a person's face was confused. It was like they couldn't describe what they saw.
Try to find that.
Like,
I'm gonna have to
show it.
I feel like there was definitely some old white lady at home. Like, isn't that the young man from Snow Dogs?
But I love the fact that they showed that one white dude that was trying to go with the rhythm, but he really wasn't getting it. So he's trying to bop in his seat, but it looks just it don't look right. But you can't. But I mean, for the rest of us watching at home, it was the funniest thing ever.
Of course,
truly was.
Of course,
is this? Yeah, this is it.
Oh,
that's
no.
that was in Spanish. Hold on.
We're looking for the faces, so it don't even matter.
Play that one.
Even the presenter was messed. Even the presenter was messed up.
The presenter was Queen Latifah.
Yeah. Queen was like she had that one moment of. All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Like, all right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Like, if this what y'all want.
Here you go.
She's like, I helped pay the way for this.
Now, that might seem like an unusual choice for an Academy Award nominated song, but Chris also forgot Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. So tonight, one of these nominees joins the roll call of Best Original Song. From Crash in the Deep, lyric by Kathleen Bird York. Oh, it's Harmon and Paul. Music and lyrics.
I want to get.
Look at the stuff it's nominated with.
Right.
It didn't have a chance.
You beat out Dolly Parton. Good Lord.
Just a,
Hard out here for
the look she had when she read.
And look at Dolly being 10 toes down at all times.
This is the first.
Look, she was shocked.
Confusion.
She was shocked.
Definitely was.
Byron Allen.
Caucasoid confusion.
Look, nobody in that
The
audience.
shock.
Yes.
The shock alone.
Like, and this
Like,
is why. This
Oh my
is
God,
why
the
the voting
ballets, the
wars.
ballets won an award somehow.
We want to
Okay.
thank Keith Young, our choreographer. Now help me out. Whole Sony Records, Lisa Ellis, our moms, our whole family. Thank you, Jesus. Selecto Hits for giving us a chance. The Academy, we love the Academy. You know what I'm saying? Gil Case, everybody, man. Hell, I got plenty of time left. I don't know nobody else tonight. I want to thank everybody. Lisa Ellis, Donnie Einer. Yeah. Once again, our family.
BET Awards.
Chris, what's up?
Sandra Bullock.
She just laughing at it.
One of my favorite, man. He showed me love when I first met him.
Just the look.
Look, even Jamie.
Jamie was like, yeah.
This is the wildest thing he's ever seen on it.
Mm-hmm.
That was still funny.
Oh.
Okay, John.
It just got a little easier.
Spit out, John.
Of course,
Oh my
Of
God.
course, John.
Yo, John
Jamie.
Stewart has a constant invitation to the goddamn cookout.
Yeah.
He don't never
Fact.
miss.
He
You
do,
don't
and that,
know
you know what?
that.
He gets a pass. John always gets a pass because he's
It
always
just got a little easier out here for him.
Yeah.
That's called comedic time because you know that wasn't on the prompter. He was
He was. You know what? That's what I love about him just being a comedian. He stayed at the ready. He was like, "Oh, I got material for this."
I was like, I gotta follow that. Oh, that's nothing. Come on.
I was saving this for the comedy tour, but let's try this out right here.
Oh my god, that just the reactions alone was hilarious.
Confused rice cake warriors.
Oh my god. so Jon Stewart gets a pass. Brendan Fraser gets a pass. Keanu Reeves gets a pass, and Chris Evans gets a pass. So far, we're in good places.
Yeah.
Chris Evans gets a pass.
All right, fine. I mean,
okay, Kara,
come on, you know good and well.
The only reason why he gets a pass in my book is because I want to see him bend over when he drops something on the floor. That's the only reason.
I mean, America's ass. Let's go.
That's the only reason.
I hear you, Kara.
I'm just saying. I don't need to hear him
talk. Kara won't see America's ass.
Hey, who don't?
I guess
paid money to see that. You don't understand,
girl.
I paid money to see that up close in person. Hey,
I mean, he has a thing for the sisters too. So
yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's on record.
He has fired some shots. We're not sure if
he has. Oh, I'm sure he's hit. I'm sure he's hit. Oh man. So yeah, there are definitely. God, I can't get over that 3-6 Mafia. I'm gonna have to watch that entire thing.
That should be a great moment. Great moments in black television.
They're like, but it's the Oscars. I'm like, not in that moment. It wasn't.
No. That was a little bit BET Awards popping through.
I was just like, what if the BET Awards showed up at the Oscars? I'm like, I'll do you one better. Here, watch this.
Welcome back to the Source.
I felt like a show.
You basically Source Awards Part 2.
I know everybody. Oh, that was the most hilarious. Like even the brothers and sisters that was in the audience was like, "Yo, I didn't think it was possible." And they came up with the realest. They was like, jeans and hoodies. What you mean suit?
This is a suit. What you talking about?
This is the gear. What
but you know, Will did have a point though. This reminded me of everything that was going up against it. I was like. It was so out of place.
It was so out of. I was just like,
I feel like that was somebody's joke that went too far,
and they were just like, "I think we got played." I think we got played.
You know what, lady? You probably got a point. That was probably somebody's last day with the Oscar committee, and said, "You know what I'm gonna do? Just as one big F you to everybody. Let me change this result." Just like what? So you can sit there and be like, "Yeah, it was me."
Let's change the numbers. This our last day. What they gonna do? 5?
The fact that it even got on the ballot.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They were just like, "Yo, Joe, what's up? It's our last day." You thinking what I'm thinking? Change the ballot. What they gonna do? Fires?
I mean, we already out Friday, so we might just go have fun with it.
Let's get this out the way. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They not win?
That's no fun.
They walk out and be like, no! Did we make Black History? Yes, you did. You actually did.
Yes, you did.
Did we just cause our own? We caused a black moment. We caused a black moment.
That will.
We can't tell nobody.
And that's the thing. Only within camps like this does that get mentioned. You never hear it anywhere else.
Again, that's true.
It's only on this side that we hear, but like, 3-6 Mafia, Oscar award-winning 3-6 Mafia.
I mean, even it was so bad that they interviewed him and said, "Man, we weren't even supposed to be here." I was like. Juice J, like, we got invited. We ain't supposed to be here. Nobody told us we gonna win.
We were just supposed to perform. I'm like, the fact that y'all were even performing is the shock. I don't know.
Right.
Let alone win. I'm like,
could you imagine you going through 3-6's collective library and saying, okay, so we talked about this. Here's all the songs that we can't let you do.
Yeah.
This is the intro. Yeah, that's the only song we can allow.
Yeah.
You can do the intro, then you can do the intro. That's it.
Like you're getting mentioned with the greats like John Williams and everywhere. It's so wild.
Damn. That's crazy.
How to go from Star Wars to Indiana Jones to It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp.
Oh my God. But yeah, the Critics' Choice Awards was definitely just a moment of black auntie-ism.
Mm-hmm.
That's a word.
Yeah.
No,
that's to be a word.
Black auntie. You know what? That's gonna wind up being the next trend. Your black auntie need to talk to you.
Yes, your black auntie need to talk. Which one? It does not matter.
It don't matter.
You're getting one of these three.
Just know they all three of them sitting in all three of them sitting in the living room waiting for you.
Now imagine if Killmonger walked in the room and it's Angela, Cheryl, and Jennifer Lewis, and they all said, "Ain't no hey auntie." It's like, hey, oh shit.
Yeah, damn.
You might not walk.
I'm in trouble.
You might not walk in that. Let's be honest. If you Killmonger, it's like, wait a minute. You tell me
I'm rethinking
all three of them in there, room, and y'all staying out here, but ain't nobody gonna. So I'm
just peeking from behind Wakabi.
He looking at Wakabi like he looking at Wakabi. Yeah, Wakabi. He looking at Wakabi like, you set me up, didn't you?
He gonna be like,
I'm not shoot. I'd be looking at the door Milaje. They'd be like, we ain't going in there.
We ain't got nothing to do. Everybody leaves out the room.
Yep.
The entire royal guard leaves out the room. The door Milaje leaves out the room.
I got one better, Chris. No, he walks in the room and you just hear Jennifer Lewis go, "Leave us."
The other elders from the other tribes then got up and walked out, left these three in the room.
No, she would have just said out, and that's it. That's all you would have heard.
Yes.
That would have been it. That would have been better.
Yes. That would have been.
You would have been looking at this, sitting up there like stealing cuffs. Yo, everybody left? Like,
Cheryl would have said leave us. Jennifer Lewis would have said out.
Yeah.
And
actually,
Angela
would
have looked at him.
Just looked at him.
Just would have looked at him.
Yeah, that would have been just an ice cold stare. That would have been a 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, you're right. But no, Killmonger being with all the three women.
Talk about who are you, son? I'm the Jocker.
Now who?
What you say?
Speak up, son.
Speak up.
Sit your narrow behinds down. Speak up.
That would have been like, yep, they shut that down.
That would have been just the soul destruction scene of a lifetime. I've come to reclaim my throne. You didn't come to reclaim shit.
That would have been somebody in the audience.
No, that would have been Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah.
That would have been Auntie Lewis.
She would have sat forward. You didn't come to reclaim shit. Oh God.
You see, Shirley Ralph, we are so disappointed in you.
Yeah.
This is what you've become.
That's 3 different degrees of scolding. Like
there's no coverage. You get no coverage from anywhere.
To have that's you're right. That's 3 different kinds of scolding, but I don't think a psyche could survive that. You would just that moment he'd be sitting at the pool and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit here for a while. Just there will be no challenge.
You would have had the rest of the elders walking past him, shaking his head. Okoye would have been like,
you could have just asked one of us. You could have asked somebody. You just could have asked somebody. We would have let you in. You could just ask.
You see Wakabi come. You see Wakabi come by with a teakup. I told you.
Trying to tell you. Stay here.
No, Shuri would have came out with a teacup. Like,
oh, Shuri would have been petty.
Oh yeah, she would have been the only one.
See what I gotta deal with.
Oh, I gotta see this. Shuri
would have been sitting the whole time, just like,
Shuri, if you don't get your little rail tail out of here.
Let's go, mother.
Oh, that would have been a scene.
Like, that would have been Jennifer right there. She was like, Sherry, I know you up there hiding. Get your little narrow tail on out of here. Just what happened.
Oh man.
Now I need to see that as a skit. I mean
that's up there with the other one.
I need that as a skit. I need that as a skit.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah,
I'm making a post to that one. I'm like, imagine these 3 being in Wakanda. Yeah, we wouldn't have had half the problems that went down.
Black Panther Tribunal of Queens. Ooh.
Yeah, that would have shut all of
Lady,
that down.
We need a
in
third.
5 minutes.
Wait, lady, we need a third.
Listen,
lady, we need a third. We gotta make this happen. Wait a minute.
We need this now.
Before you become the Black Panther, you must face the tribunal. The who?
Ooh, if they're the ancestors, oh Lord.
We gonna talk. We gonna
If they're the ancestors, Liz Sherry getting that third one. Liz Sherry had to go to the afterlife again.
That would have been.
You know what you need to do. Oh boy. I was not expecting to see you guys. I was expecting to see my father, maybe.
Your father.
Meanwhile, he behind the.
He as well.
Yeah, he behind the.
Not need to be here today.
He behind the. He acting like this behind the tree, like
you are looking for your father. What is he going to do?
Her father behind the tree like this,
chilling. I'm not saying nothing. Y'all got this.
Where is my father? Your father is not here.
Your father is where he needs to be. Away.
You are now talking to me.
Right.
I have you.
And me.
And then she would have got the ear or got the hair or something.
Oh, that would have been straight by the hair. Yeah, that would have been straight. That would have been a straight lane. That would have been straight by the hair. Like, I gave you life,
and I can take it away.
Take it away.
She's standing in the middle, and as they're talking, each one of them are walking in a circle right around him. Like, yeah, you're done. You're done. You are done. Like that's done.
Not the tag in. Not the tag in. That's
like
straight
you
Lion
ain't going
King.
nowhere. That's the Lion King move.
The Lion King circle just.
Yeah. Deception.
Yo,
that song does not leave my head. I swear to God. And by the way, who told Lion King 2 to have that track in there to go that hard?
Listen, something had to make that movie worth it.
Yo,
I mean, after the first Lion King, come on now. After those first hits from Lion King, you had to come up with some fire for the second one.
Fire.
Came out the gate. Deception. Discreet. I'm like, yo. Damn!
But shout out to the brother on the bass, though. The brother with the bass line came in
there. You're right about that.
Like, I ain't had to do that like that.
I was like, no, I dig that. That was you're right for Lion King, but dang, that just made me think about that. To see three of your ancestors walking around in a circle and they're all tag teaming you.
You're done.
It's like, ooh.
I don't care what sign you are, who you think you are, you're done.
You're
done. Big done.
If you can survive that, you have no soul.
That's one of the moments Sherry's standing there listening to the 3, and then Killmonger sitting over there was like, "Don't look at me."
Hey, listen, look.
I told you what you did last time.
I was trying to take over for you, so you wouldn't have to do it.
Right.
Like I learned my lesson. I ain't coming back over there. I'm gonna go back over here with my daddy had over here in Oakland, the afterlife of Oakland or whatever. So we got The Last of Us this past weekend on HBO Max. First question I want to ask: did Hollywood actually make a turn for the better, taking video games and flipping them over to live action? Has there been a gradual turn? Because we've had some Double Dragon is still in my head, and so is Street Fighter.
Double Dragon. Now Street Fighter holds a very special place in my heart.
In a couple of Mortal Kombats. A couple of Mortal
Kombats, yes.
Listen, that first Mortal Kombat
we don't count
shit, and I loved it.
we were here.
Mortal Kombat is goated.
You don't.
We were here for the
Mortal
first.
Kombat. Mortal Kombat spoke to us.
But that second one,
that Annihilation, no,
yeah,
no, that was tough.
Yeah, that was
some hard pills to swallow. So
very much
watching this, and once again, Pedro Pascal and all the things. Who's also going on record saying he wants to be in a Marvel film. Feige, get on that. Because you already got him hired for the Mandalorian. Why not? Just slide him over to the next lot. He's right.
You don't even have to change payroll.
It's a lateral move.
Not change payroll. Kira got me with that one.
You got the same check. Just add.
Yeah, it's overtime. Watching this series, which really was a movie. This first episode was a whole movie. What are your thoughts? We'll start with Kira.
Okay, so maybe this might run a little bit long. I'm sorry.
I'm here for the long. It's called content. It's called chew.
when I was a wee young thing, a wee girl, I
We're in the
tried to
Shire?
play this game back in the Shire when the sun was coming over the rolling hills. No,
I mean, I wouldn't mind eating there. I tell you that much. They can eat.
the hills of Murray and all of the Manhattan. I was trying desperately to play this game. Everybody spoiled it for me. I didn't have to. I knew every single frame that was going to come along in this game. I could not. I didn't have a chance to play it. I got to play basically this first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is what I played. This is like the color of the cars were the same color of the cars that I was driving behind in the video game. Like I have never in my whole life ever been exposed to something as beautiful and eloquent as this TV show, and I'm excited for more. As far as Hollywood turning a corner, let's pause, like relax.
The verdict is still out. They got away with Sonic, which was fine. They got away with Sonic 2. That was okay.
Yeah.
The verdict is still out on Mario because we don't know yet. But that's I prefer that as a cartoon or as a CGI anyway. So
yeah,
I'm like, at least it ain't live action.
They gonna try it though. I see it, but the amount of money that they put into this show, just based off the first episode alone, they can't keep doing that. They can't keep it up.
They did say that its premiere was their second biggest premiere since the first Game of Thrones.
Seriously? I thought they would have beat Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
No, Game of Thrones still came out on top after the viewer ratings came out. Last of Us was second.
I am honestly I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but I will take it and accept it. But I think as the show goes on, I think this is going to be bigger than Game of Thrones. That I will say. I don't want that to be true because I, value the Harris as much as anybody else. But I think the show has a lot of wiggle room to at least meet Game of Thrones at its peak and to potentially beat it just because of the fact that they are sticking so closely to the original content.
So Last of Us becomes HBO's second largest debut after House of the Dragon since 2010 with 4.7 million. It's the second highest since Boardwalk Empire. That says a lot, though.
Yeah,
like y'all might want to fix your. You got a ton of content, but the thing is all of it good. So, Lainey,
me and Jay was in our element, man. We were smiling from ear to ear. And this is coming from someone who also is a Silent Hill fan. So I actually didn't mind the adaptation for the first movie. But this just blows it out of the water. Yeah. It just hit so many great beats. Some of the changes that they made sense. So I wasn't mad at it at all. But yeah, this was a good show. And I'm just hoping that they can keep that quality.
That's the key.
I'm hoping they can keep that quality.
Because unlike Game of Thrones, Last of Us actually gives you options of choices. So they can kind of there's their wiggle room right there. Even with the opening with for fans who's never played the game, they don't know about the daughter. But for this one, you're just waiting for it, but it's making you care about the daughter.
Yeah.
This one, I almost cried because of the show. I did not. I was like, oh, okay, the kid died. All right, next. In the video game, all right, we got more stuff to go. I was rooting for this little girl to make it. And she had only been on the screen for like 20 minutes. No, a little blood get on your daughter. It's fine. She did all right. We
Forget about it.
We got other people out here. Make another one. It's fine.
So we'll be watching. What did you think?
Yo, be honest, I've had a hell of a weekend. I have not get to it yet, but between Kara and Lainey, like I'm I was getting chills while y'all was talking. I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing as soon as the show wraps.
Do it. You will not be disappointed.
Turn off the lights.
You will not be disappointed at all.
No, some real no.
No, seriously.
I paused it and turned my lights off.
Yeah.
We might have to pull like we might have to do an IG live party or something.
Woo.
Like an IG watch party.
Don't throw me with a good time.
That's a fact.
Because Shakira, you did it with House of the Dragon, so I'm like,
oh man, I wish I knew.
We didn't know each other. We didn't.
I know. I was watching because House of the Dragon.
The team slowly came together, and it was just like, now we're here, and it was like, can we do it? Black Fox, Black Fox. What do you think?
Sorry,
okay. All right.
He's like, I'm about to tip my petty.
No. It's
here comes the bus.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, go sit in the corner.
Go sit in the corner.
Okay, because y'all gonna have me cracking up laughing already. Okay. All right. So I'm a big fan of Naughty Dog. I am. I've been a fan of Naughty Dog since Crash Bandicoot. So The Last of Us does hold a very special place in my heart just as a gamer. So does part 2. The first episode was possibly the most detailed intro to any video game adaptation ever. The reason why I say that is because here's how intrusive I was. First, I watched the episode, then decided to fire up The Last of Us and actually had both playing simultaneously. And if you do that, or if you're just bored like I am at night, you'll notice that there's very little differences. Yes, they do add some things in the beginning, which a lot of people were complaining about, but it's like, well, you
I don't know why.
how the game started, how the game starts puts you in the middle. So by the time you're really picking up with the daughter, by the television wise, you don't really know what's going on, because if they did start the way the game does, you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. So
agreed.
Backfield content makes sense. That also being said, there was subtle differences, but I mean, they are so minuscule that they're not even worth talking about. It's just the fact that they kept true to the opening scene. They kept true to the intro. They kept true to the Survivor City. And at the same time, they kept true to how Joel and Ellie are going to meet. So I got no issue with it. I am hoping, just like Lady said, that they will keep up with it because they're kind of, I'm not going to say fast forwarding, but it's almost to the point to where, okay, if not to be spoiling it, you're going to be heading to Bill's Town very soon. And you're going to either cover a lot of ground in between there to get to Bill's Town, or you're going to be showing something, or you're going to be cutting out stuff. I'm curious to see what they're going to do, because they've already talked about, well, are we going to see spores? Are we going to see certain things of that nature, certain animals, certain creatures, certain monsters? I have faith in the fact that this first episode, that the second episode and every episode like that is going to be fire. So I got nothing bad to say about it. I would, like I said, well, I highly recommend that you would watch it. Like I said, I can't find the. This is probably the one time that Chris may have a point in this. It's like, I cannot find any fault that this could possibly be. Not trying to jinx it, this could be the first successful video game adaptation into a television series. I mean, it really could.
Yeah, agreed.
They have the drive to do it. They definitely got the meat, because the minute I seen Lady Mormont in it, I'm like, we might be in for a ride.
Right.
My wife was like, what do you mean? I'm like, she was only 8 when she was announcing Jon Snow as King of the North. Come on. Like, she had a whole room following her. So I can imagine what this kid's getting ready to do here.
Oh, yeah.
And Pedro Pascal, as I said, he's in all the things right now and wanting to be in all the things. And I like you, I've played it. I've played the game, and watching it unfold, I'm like, this is good. I like this backstory with the daughter. I like that, and where it's going. So I'm watching my wife's reaction. Because she was like, I want to see this. She was trying to watch ID channel, and I'm like, hey, let's watch this. I'm tired of hearing about
it's amazing. It's amazing. Watch murder documentaries, and I guess that happened to me.
Yeah,
The one in
you
there
get
right
you
now.
get sucked
Her
in.
documentary. Her
Like,
5
I go
minutes.
upstairs right now.
Listen.
I can go upstairs right now. She's watching it,
Listen,
and
look, you got
like,
you
aren't
got to
supposed
feed
be
the
on
shark
that?
every once in a while, or he bites you. All right,
Right. So I was like, here, watch this. You know, and when I think she's seen because we have it on HBO. We pulled it up on HBO Max. So you know, when you pull that little banner up, they'll play like a little snippet or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she's seen that. She's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yes.
Hook, line, sinker.
Blood in the water.
That's all I need. Don't give me the bone. I will bring you in. And so we're watching it, and I'm just like, yo, this is really good. You know, and I was actually impressed because it's really hard to have any video game, and we've seen them all get transferred. We don't have a problem with animation films.
Yeah.
It's the live action ones that are really hard to and I'm glad they made this a series.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, I'm glad they made this a series.
Yep.
You know, the difference is because my wife was trying to, like, it's kind of like Walking Dead. I said a little bit to a certain degree. And I said the difference is I like how they didn't waste any time. They just said, boom, 20 years later, let's get right into it.
Yeah, the speed.
We don't care about
the speed of it all. The
Yeah.
speed of it all is what made the difference. And that's what I said before. It's like with The Last of Us, it's not as heavy graphic driven as other video games are. That's what I think it's gonna make. That's what I have to give Joe credit for this, because Joe, my other buddy, said this. He said the fact of the matter is just that it's so more relative to us that it's easier to actually adapt that in television than if you were to do Chainsaw Man or Dragon Ball or any of those other ones. It's just the fact that the adaptation factor is just hard to do. But take The Last of Us, where you just basically put it down to basic human primitives and you introduce biological, but weapons and all that stuff is your basic do-it-yourself doomsday prepper. A lot easier to pull off.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because it's not every day that we've gotten, like I said, when I said turning a corner, like I said, Sonic in Sonic 2, perfect. Had it not been for the fans, we wouldn't have gotten that, and that's the truth. We would have gotten we probably wouldn't have made it to the sequel. I'm just gonna put that out there. But when we've seen Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Double Dragon, or Street Fighter, you know, we've seen Mario Brothers, Uncharted.
You know, Uncharted wasn't that bad.
And here's the
I
problem.
would say I thought Uncharted wasn't that bad either.
It wasn't bad. Uncharted wasn't bad. However,
it wasn't the game.
It wasn't the game. Even though they had Nolan North in it, like, people were just like, "Who's that guy?" I'm like, "See, you would have to know gaming and voicing to know that."
But the thing about Uncharted, it was such a deviation because they literally ran through 1 through 3.
Yeah,
they ran. I was like,
Uncharted should have been Nathan Fillion.
Yeah,
I would not. You have no argument with me.
I mean, 10 years ago, that
out there about that.
Not now.
Yeah, it was like. And no shade against Tom Holland, it was like, but he's the it kid right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Emphasis on kid.
Yeah.
It was Peter Parker and Kate Yeager running around having an adventure.
That's all it was. And so, see, it's like sometimes it's not so much feeding the need, but it, like, I've seen some of the afterthoughts of the show and everything else, because I like listening to some of those and watching some of those where they talk about why they did certain things and why they ended. And then I'm like, okay, this is writing. You know what you're talking about. You know, you're just not throwing darts at the wall and guessing. And like, no, you're actually are building something, and you have a way to go, and you have your source material, and you're saying, how can we meld the two, stay true to the content, and still make a viable source. Game of Thrones, where it falls apart. Don't get me wrong, love the series. However, we know 8. We know 8
was a mess.
Fell off the deep end.
Trash.
It was just like, all right, let's hurry up, get this over with. I'm like, why is it 8 episodes? Y'all normally have 10, and then it was so much.
I would have been happy if Game of Thrones was open ended. Just leave. You could have left it at season 7 and said, you know what, we're gonna come back when this fat bastard's done.
That just do that.
I just need that. Just say that. Because George R.R. Martin going around saying, "Oh, I'm almost done with the last books." I'm like, dude, no one cares anymore.
No,
Chinese doing if you don't the books.
I mean, it'll be there. It'll be there to buy it as soon as it comes out. But
yeah, we're on House of the Dragon now. You're just like, okay, they're giving us a Jon Snow spinoff. Great. I want Arya.
Yeah.
Damn the rest.
I still need Arya to fill out her hit list because there's still some names missing. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, so when
names
you have
okay.
it's really, and I get it. You want to stay true to the source material, but when you have no source material to go to, and you're once again throwing darts at the wall, trying to complete a story, and it's like you could have given it.
You're not listening to the person that's telling you y'all are fucking up my shit.
Yeah,
this is why anime.
This ain't it. Y'all ain't
This
hitting.
is why animes get it right where shows don't, because you do not see animes trying to outrun the mangas.
No,
once they hit that line, we're gonna let this run out for a while. We'll come back. We'll come back in a few years.
Like we were waiting for the comeuppance of Tyrion Lannister. We were waiting for Cersei to get her due. Not like that. You know, it was like that was such we were just like, that's a cop out. Why does she get the semi-happy ending?
Yeah.
You know,
why does she get to be happy under rubble? I was ready for that green fire. Like, you know what? Just let it be what I think it is. Just let that green fire be exactly where it's supposed to be. That would have been the flambe the bitch. That's all I'm saying.
You know, it was
have
like,
y'all seen the table read? When they're all reading it for the first time, and everyone's just losing their shit because they know it's
like
bad.
a funeral in that goddamn room.
They were just like, I can't believe this is, and that's one of them things. It's like, oh, but I'm like, you're shooting 10 episodes per year at best, and you gave us 8.
Yeah,
you couldn't even give us 8 episodes and a 2-hour finish off.
Yeah.
But they jumped so much stuff. That's the part that kills me. You jumped so much to the point to where it's like, oh, well, Snow would have made this decision. No, the fuck he would not. Bend the knee. Bitch, please.
Right. So that's why when I'm looking at Last of Us and I'm like, all right, you started off strong. I think they're looking at the writers for Last of Us. I think what they're looking at, because even my mother-in-law, she's rewatching The Walking Dead. Don't ask me why. But at least she's in the good parts. You know, she's in the part where like Carol saved Rick and them when like she disappeared for a while, and right when they was getting cut, getting their throat slit, she shows up like a bat out of hell. You know, those were the good moments. You know, everybody agrees. Once Glenn bit it, it dropped off. It was for several reasons.
But that happened.
It came back a little bit though.
Yeah, it did, and it happened exactly.
It happened exactly. I know. I couldn't pick it back up. Like in the comic, I was like, no, I can't do this right now. I mean,
it was
like,
hard.
Yeah,
it was hard.
But then again, it's Negan kind of kept me interested. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It was that. I mean, there was moments I
reading for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Even after that.
Yeah. I mean, there's moments I stuck around. I stuck around, but like once again,
even though when they killed Carl,
when they killed Carl, and then when Rick died, and you know, and it was like, and then the Nigeria, she's being recognized for Black Panther, so I'm like, oh, it's not going to be much longer before she leaves. And I was right,
she was out.
Yep.
You know, now she's getting big.
Once she got that
Derpy Entertainment, thank you for tuning in.
Disney money came in. Derp. Once that Disney money hit, it was like Michonne will take a break.
Yeah, that's just what was going to happen. So you know, when your main cast was starting to go away for several reasons, you're running out of source material. The series wasn't even done. Right. But the fact that you were continuing the series, but now you're making spinoffs, and it was like, okay, they should have been limited spinoffs.
Yeah,
not continuing spinoffs unless necessary.
But I think here's the biggest thing that they went wrong with. They went to try to adapt every single storyline in some way, shape, or form. And you had a cast of like 20 people.
Yeah.
And you only had an hour each week to try to put shine on 20 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was good also, to your point, it was good in the earlier seasons because your cast was smaller. So you were able to devote character development. You were able to devote and flesh out what was going on versus now in the later season, you had all these different, not villages, but towns, all these different towns, all these different factions. You're trying to shine light on all these different factions. And that to me was when you really lost the quality.
Yeah.
That's when you really lost the quality of Walking Dead. Because I'm a big fan of Walking Dead as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of us played Derpy Entertainment. A lot of us has played Last of Us, so there's no spoiler.
Did I finish it? No.
There's no
Was I
spoilers.
allowed to finish it? No.
Did I watch it? Yes. Did I finish it as a player?
No, Blaine, you got a point though. I mean, it was just too many sub stories. I mean, when you go you went from the farm to the prison, then the governor, and it's like you knew it was over when you introduced the Foundry, you introduced the Kingdom, and then you introduced Alexandria. So then it's like, oh crap, we've now expanded to 3 different areas,
and then Oceanside.
Oceanside, right?
And Oceanside,
I feel like they would have fared better if they made the spin-offs about each location.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would have been better. And then you have your 2 or whatever 3-hour movie of of when they clash together and have that be the thing, and then split them all off again. But I don't run a network, so here I am.
Not yet, girl. Not yet.
So, and this is why when I look at a show like The Last of Us, and I'm like, okay, I like where you're going so far. We're a movie in already, which would you figure this is going to be an hour-long show. You figure we're in an episode and a half already. You've given us some meat to chew on. So you set it up, nice setup, damn great setup.
Yeah.
Now let's keep that momentum. Let's tell the story.
Energy.
Yeah, have a goal. Have a goal. Like how many seasons are you? Don't just do it on a whim. Just have a goal. Have a goal. There's J. Michael Straczynski wrote Babylon 5, and when I say he had a goal for that series lasting 5 years, he met that goal. He's like, nope, I'm writing the story. I wanted to go five seasons, 5 years, done, boom.
Oh, and what was the one with the Cylons? I forgot.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, no, them and oh my god, the one that's on Amazon that I can't remember, The Expanse. They did it right in my opinion too.
Yeah, so it goes to show. I think it's more or less depending on your writers.
Agreed.
If your writers have a good direction on how they want this to flesh out, have at it. You can't fail. People wondered about Henry Cavill walking away from The Witcher. He walked away from The Witcher because it wasn't because he almost had a job as Superman.
No.
That just was kind of on the plate, but it was because he told him, he was like, you're walking away from the core of the game, like you're doing all this extra stuff.
The whole reason why he signed on, he said that from jump. Like I want to be as true to this as
it's like possible. You have several Witcher books, several different stories you could have told. And I love the fact that Cavill was like, well, this is in Blood of Elves. I'm like, in Page sitting on Blood of Elves. I'm like, why aren't the writers sitting there going, why aren't we following this?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the part that kills me, which I can understand Cavill. He's like, I'm not going to fight Netflix and the fact that they want to Hollywoodize it when you have a perfectly good story right here that's easy to follow, at the same time entertainable. But for some odd reason, we just choose to go the other route.
Yeah.
It's got to be ego. Like I can make this better. We can all come together and go in this direction, and people are just gonna love. No, people love what they love. You've got the blueprint right in front of you. You don't need to put your own flair on it. There's a reason why that writer got chosen to put these books out, and why it has won awards. Why it's still on people's lips after decades of it being out. Like. It don't have to be about you, boo boo. It's about
despite her being canceled, the Harry Potter series. The reason why that worked is because you stuck with the source material. Yes, those are very dense books. There were certain things you could have left out because they were like side quests.
Yeah.
Yes, agree, and they did.
And
Yeah.
and you had J.K. Rowling on site. This works for the core of the story. Let's just stick with that. We don't have to do this side quest where Hermione's dealing with Dobby the elf and free.
Yeah.
It's not a necessary part of the story.
No.
Introduce Dobby, let him talk about his thing. Let's move it on.
Pretty much.
It works.
And
it works
for the very
story.
reason that you said, that's the reason why the other one didn't work.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic
There we go.
Beasts.
Fantastic
Fantastic Beasts didn't work.
No.
Fantastic
You
Beasts.
know what I'm
There's
and it
no
worked.
story. She didn't make a story for it. It's supposed to be a quick, short little book.
It was a cash.
They wanted
grab.
Exactly.
Oh, this is great. We're riding off the coattails of Harry Potter.
Like,
And
from the
like,
magical world.
Exactly.
That's all you.
What we want.
That's really all you heard with it. It's like from the magical world of Harry Potter. It's like
Exactly.
it's like
I'm
once
like,
they
if
heard that.
You could have actually made that story without tapping into Fantastic Beasts. Just say we're going to make a prequel series.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Me as a huge Harry Potter fan, I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
But then you shoehorned it into Fantastic Beasts and then say, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna do a five film, whatever. Like, really?
No.
Like,
you could have done 2 and been fine if you wrapped it up just right.
Yeah,
maybe
That's
3.
true.
Maybe 3.
The thing about
I
it
agree
is,
with that. Trilogy.
well, that's the thing about it. We believe in less is more. Like, if you literally had one perfected story, it doesn't need a sequel. If the story is that good to stand alone as a single movie, that's it. But
that don't make money, boo.
But that's the
And
problem.
that's what they think.
The problem you're gonna be fighting is Hollywood. Hollywood gonna be like, well, we could really use another movie, and here's a boatload of cash.
Now, okay, take perfect example. We've all read Watchmen. We've all seen the movie Watchmen. So when they did the series, which was a continuation, and there was no other book, there's no book following the original Watchmen. This was just a whole created continuation of a series, of a movie. Very open-ended. Did we want more? Yes. Why did we want it? Regina King.
Pretty much.
That was why we wanted it. We were like, yo,
Sister Night.
it just is there. But at the same time, they were wise. They were just like, one off. Because it's enough to hold on to. You just like, yo, it's a dope series. You do want to see what happened. You want the what if. You know, but if they had a shoehorned it, we would have been pissed.
But that's what I'm saying. That's right. There's money in just the what if. If you leave the what if out there, it's more profitable than another sequel.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Derpy?
No.
As a person that went to go see this play, absolutely not.
What, a Cursed Child?
The Cursed Child?
Not. A Cursed Child is not made to be a movie. It is made to be a play, and that's it. I'm not saying it's bad.
Is it just the way it's
the production value, the magic behind the production of them putting that together on stage and how they got it together? It will not come across properly. The story is fine. It is not going to come across properly. Leave that on the stage. If you want to take that and expand on that and make a separate story, I'm with it. Cursed Child needs to stay on the stage and leave it alone.
Halle Berry starring in The Lost Child.
So it's safe to say that we all agree that when it comes to video game adaptations, 1, stay with the source material. 2, get you some very capable writers who understand the characters. It's
and
not
fans.
Preferably those they either played the game or read the books.
And will fight to stick with it.
Exactly.
Yes, agreed.
You know, don't do it just because it'll make money. Sometimes that ain't all. That's not where it's at.
I mean, if that's the case, we only have 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Sometimes that
don't give me on that.
Supernatural would have still been going had it not been for COVID. We know that.
Facts.
You know, now you got the Winchesters.
Only 5 years.
Yeah,
it should have.
It in 5 years, and that was it.
Season 5 should have been it.
But
that was it. That was his plan.
Yeah.
But then the boys are popular. We can't deny that. The boys, they gave some meta episodes. Can't deny it. Hell, one of the episodes was literally called Jump the Shark. They did an episode with Scooby-Doo, and it's still probably one of their best episodes. So there's nothing wrong with. But then you get a show like the Winchesters, not bad, but it's just like, do we need it?
I lost it after 2. I was like, I don't need to watch this.
Did it come out?
Yes,
It did.
Oh,
it did.
I'm like,
It came back
I don't know
October,
when
I
I
think.
stopped. I think I stopped after episode 3 or 4, and I wasn't even watching it live.
I didn't make it past the first
I
one.
was never watching it live,
Yeah,
and I couldn't. I couldn't
and
go after 2.
it wasn't. It's not bad. It's just kind of like, okay, are you beating a dead horse at this point?
Yes. Yes.
The horse's
Out of
mama, its second cousin from
At this
the
point,
third
at this
uncle?
point, the horse's glue bottle is getting broken into right now.
Dude,
That's how it is. I mean, that's just up there with when you have those shows that just they go back to the well, and it's like, why do you go back? We don't. It was like, well, we want to show the Winchesters before they became. I said, we don't need that.
We don't know.
need
We
it
don't
at
need
all.
it.
We've been on
We
the journey
literally
with them for
we've gotten the
15
backstory.
years.
We've gotten the backstory of Mary and
It's like,
John.
you know what it is?
anything
You know what it
else.
reminds me of? The Winchesters, if you guys remember this on USA, one show called Queen of the South.
Yes.
Where the first episode, she gets knocked off.
Yeah.
The first episode, she is knocked off. And then she goes, let me tell you how I got here. And they spend the next 5 seasons telling this woman's story. But I'm like, what do I need to know? I know the ending.
Yeah.
Well, like, why do I need to watch your story?
Let's tell a show in reverse. You know, so so it's kind of one of those things. Is like when you have the hardcore fans who's ready for something like the Winchesters because they're hardcore fans of Supernatural. I'm one of them, but I didn't know I didn't really want the Winchesters. I'm like, oh, it sucks. We didn't get a full final season because of COVID, and we didn't get to finish off that we were really looking for because according to the producers, they were like, oh yeah, we were getting the scenes where John and Mary are connecting again up in heaven. You're going to see past hunters who's going to be showing up. Kansas was supposed to be playing the song. Their Wayward Sons. I'm like, yo, we got robbed of a lot. Thank you, COVID. So we got robbed of that. Would have been a great ending. Because they can't do it forever. That's the tagline. It's like, hey, a hunter's life. This ain't the long thing this ain't the long game. Eventually you bite it.
And yet CW wants to roll the dice again on Gotham Knights.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. They're still
coming out in March, I think.
Yeah. They're gonna roll the dice on that. It would
wait, Warner Brothers is canceling. I can't with y'all.
It's so random.
CW.
It's so freaking random. Seth Rogen was right. I was like,
Greg Berlanti. I was like, they gave, and Greg Berlanti,
and they gave him a contract,
new deal. So it's like,
he's on a whole new deal with them.
Yeah,
somebody needs to take. Lord Jesus, somebody needs to take him out of the knees. No more.
When I heard, we're going to do Gotham Knights, and I'm like, what?
Why?
And then like, this is right around the time the game was coming out. The announcement of the game was coming out. So I'm thinking, okay, you're introducing Dick and Barbara and Tim, maybe Jason. Who knows?
No.
I still say it hurt the game. I still say this show hurt that game.
I believe so. Because when I seen it, I was like, oh, this is Bruce Wayne's son. And I'm like, oh, Damian. No, just some random kid. I'm like, so you're not even using
Wait,
Damian.
What?
Yes, it's not
even
using him.
What?
It's using a brand new character for
You stupid.
I gotta look this up. Hold on. Go ahead, tell him, Will.
It's like it's supposed to be. Help me. I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's like there's supposed to be some kid that's supposed to be related to Batman in some way, but it's not Dick. It's not Tim. It's some made up character. Catwoman's daughter, I think. And then you have 2 random pull-ons that are supposed to be all superheroes. And if it makes it, that's apothecary. But if anybody else, and then you got what's his face who plays Castiel in Supernatural.
Misha Collins
it's gonna be playing. It's gonna be playing.
Misha Collins is playing Two-Face.
Yeah.
Misha Collins is playing Two-Face. Olivia Rose Keegan is playing Dwayla Dent. Navia Robertson is playing Carrie Kelly. Bringing Carrie Kelly in. Oscar Morgan is Turner Hayes. Stephanie Brown is in here. Colin Rowe, Harper Rowe, who is this on? Lincoln March, Rebecca March, and Brody March.
It is a cavalcade of a mess.
You got the B side of people.
Yeah.
At best, you were being very generous, sir.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say, B is.
I'm like, I'm like, I don't need a Gotham Knights TV, especially since you're pretty much wiping out the DC side of the CW.
Exactly.
That you're right,
It makes
Laney.
no sense.
That right there. You're right. The Powerpuff Girl. They said that pilot was trash, and I knew it'd be trash.
Derby had said it first. Said it first.
Yeah, it's sheerly based off the description. I'm like, oh, this shit is not going to work.
No.
How dare you take Quake from Shield and put her in this garbage? You know?
Yo.
And she can't be that hard up for a paycheck because I don't understand.
I think she might be coming to the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Quake or something.
I didn't hate her character. Matter of fact, Agent of Shield, I didn't hate anybody. Hell, May was my favorite.
I actually like
the cavalry. You can't hate on the cavalry.
Yeah, I mean, no, she was.
I mean, she's an official Disney prince. Like she's.
I mean, she's a Disney princess. I mean, yeah,
she's like legit. She's freaking Mulan.
She's Mulan. She's in the Star Wars universe. She's an agent of Shield. Like this woman.
Do you have a 3-time Disney princess? Is there such a thing as a 3-time?
I don't think so.
She's in a Disney 360 deal.
And I don't know if it's in Star Wars, but you didn't say Star Wars. She's in Star Wars too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's everything.
But it's amazing how, like I said before, and I say this all the time from a DC fan standpoint, I have a love-hate relationship just because I love what you do with the comics, but I hate what you do in television.
Yeah.
It's
it's just really bad that seeing the adaptations from whether it's a comic or whether it's a video game, and you're saying like, okay, that'll be cool, and then you see what they come up when you're just like, why? Like, do not give me a Batman-esque type show if you're not putting Batman in it. But then you turn around and like, you own the property. What do you mean you can't use it?
Agreed.
I mean, it's just like when they had Gotham on Fox. I didn't watch it. A world without Batman.
Yeah, we're all fans of DC.
World without Batman, and you had to depend on the villains to carry the show.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
I don't know. I like.
Hold on. I gotta clear up something. I can appreciate DC. I am not a DC fan. I like Batman. We cool. Catwoman. We cool. Everybody else, y'all all right.
We'll take Vic. We'll take Vic Stone and bring him over to the Dakota verse. We'll take Vic. I ain't got a problem with the Batman. Yeah. We ain't got a problem when the Dakota verse is solid.
Yo.
They're solid. Icon, Rocket, Hardware,
Blood. When they I can't wait for that. See, that's what I kept saying. That's why I was so mad about Black Lightning. Is I'm like, you had a perfectly good way to save your series, and for some odd reason, you didn't want to introduce Static. You didn't want to introduce him.
No mention. No.
If you had just sat there and said Virgil, and if you said if I can't,
he ain't even got to have his powers right away. You can.
I keep want to call him Scooter. If Scooter sat there and just went into his role and just said Virgil, fade to black. That's it. That's all you needed. We all would have been watching next week.
Definitely. Like, class, we have a new student, Virgil Hawkins.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
Internet.
And that's the reason why that's why I said I have a love-hate relationship with CW, because you alienated Black Lightning, but you brought him in for Crisis, which made no sense. Then you ran the Flash to death, so now it's got an abbreviated final season, which apparently is bringing back the greatest hits. And
it's
you're not even going to start on Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow, because Arrow was great until about season 4, and then it wasn't built to last. It just wasn't built to last.
Right. It tells you you're pushing this thing till it peters out. Right now, Superman and Lois is not a bad show. Oh, what it's managed to do is keep itself separate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the shining moment for that show. Is like right now you're keeping yourself separate.
I think a lot of these people are doing things just to make money and just not having a plan. Because I feel like if they had a plan, you know what I'm saying, to what you're talking about, especially with Flash and Arrow, because I also, after I think season 4, checked out.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish the series. I feel like one day when I have a hell of a lot of chunk of time on my hands, which I have no idea when that's going to happen. Listen, even in the pandemic, I didn't even finish it. Okay, even in the pandemic, I didn't finish it. But like, they just they don't have plans. They just want to just go season by season by season, just make that money off of advertising, and they don't really want to commit to doing something that really, really honors the source material and the fans as well.
Yeah.
Right.
But the wild part was, for the first part of the series, Flash did that for like the first 3 seasons. They kept on teasing Reverse Flash. Not, we kept on thinking Reverse Flash was the outside person, not the inside person. So there was a little twist to that. At the same time, Arrow was cool, although you kind of made Arrow Batman, but
you pretty much did.
You made Arrow Batman, but
which was crazy.
But it was still crazy. But again, it's like still
the best live action representation of Arrow. So
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a great Arrow. It's just I was worried once they got past the flashback scenes. I'm like, man, once he finally gets off that island, that's gonna be it.
Those last 2 seasons were rough.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the one thing about it. So once he got off that island, the show was going to tank because it was partly the flashbacks, it was partly the whole season telling story of he was on the island, he wasn't on the island, he somehow made it to Russia, and then somehow made it back to the island.
Yeah,
that is the worst travel plans ever made by a DC superhero.
You made it to mainland and seen people and went back. Like I'm confused, but whatever. But then you had to wait for people to come and save you. But that's all right.
At the same time, I will say this out the Flash. If Reverse Flash mucks up one more time, we have a replacement. I like Grant Gustin. As a Flash.
Everybody likes Grant.
It's like we have a replacement. We just need Reverse Flash to muck up one more time.
I don't understand what the hang up is with not taking somebody from a TV show and putting them in a movie.
Especially when you own the property
from animation and putting it in the goddamn movie. It's right fucking there. It's right there.
I used to hear. I would hear when it came to the CW. I remember when they had the episode Task Force X on Arrow, and Diggle was in charge of the team, and we had Harley in a scene, and you seen her from the back. And it was Tara that was doing the voice. They even had a photo shot of everybody.
Explain it.
And then next thing you know, they're saying, "Oh, we're not going to use Harley in this episode." Why? Oh, because we're going to use it for the movie. Oh, you're using the same actress for the movie. Okay, cool. No. They went a totally different direction. Totally different cap. I mean, it's the right Captain Boomerang, but
it sounds greedy, but at the same time, I'm like, it has come down to money. But I'm like, you already had them under contract.
It's not like it's not like what Marvel had when they're at Paramount and Sony and Fox.
They're all under CW, which again makes no sense because you would think if you're using the same actors, you're saving money.
Even Stephen Amell has gone on the record and literally said, "I would love to be in a live action film in a theatrical release as Green Arrow."
Yeah.
He's gone on. He's like, I'll hello,
hi. You can still hire the person that you hired.
Like, you don't need it because I remember they were talking about years ago. Oh, we're going to do this movie and it's called Supermax. Okay, what's Supermax about? It's a DC film. I'm like, okay, what? It's just about the villains. I'm like, oh no, one of the Green Arrow is going to be in prison for something he didn't do, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, all right, whatever. And it petered out. And what did they do in one of those seasons? They made it a Supermax. They made it a Supermax part.
Yeah,
where he ended up in prison, and Diggle had to take over for him.
But that's what I said. That's the wild part. Just the idea of it has to. And I used to blame. Don't get me wrong. I did blame DC head honchos. I used to blame Warner Brothers. Still do blame Warner Brothers Discovery, just because the decisions that are being made before Gunn and Safran took over didn't make any sense. You greenlit this, but you canceled this. You gave this another season, but you can't get this past 3 episodes. And then you somehow greenlight these caca on CW. So it's just like, It is so, and it's like, and until this day, I'm still mad about Green Lantern. I'm still mad. I'm still to this day, I'll still be mad about Green Lantern because it's amazing that
they're never going to do it now.
You could
it's like they're never going to do
John
it.
Stewart. I mean, the man's name was there. The light was there. We could see it.
We always wanted John Stewart. The minute we found out Diggle's original last name was Stewart,
it's like that's all we needed. And of course, I turned
his
down
sister
the ring.
is Black Lightning's wife. Jesus Christ! Like it's right there.
What?
Yeah.
Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop?
It's depressing, isn't it, Kira? What?
I don't like DC. I don't need what like.
It's not even DC. It's not even DC. It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
I think at some point.
Here's why. Go ahead, Will.
No, I was just about to say. I think at some point, someone in the camp learned about like expectation subversion, but didn't like intellectually understand it. So it's just like, oh, people like that. Let's do the opposite of that. That'll subvert their expectations.
How they say
reverse psychology.
I keep hearing Blades of Glory in my ear. He's like, let's say something. Let's do something provocative. Let's get the people talking.
What does that mean?
Why?
What does that word mean? Nobody knows what it means.
It's just like it just gets them going. like why? Why change what you have? There's no with the exception of the Lex reveal in Superman and Lois. Because I'm like, oh, it must be a different Earth because Lex is black. Oh, no, it's not. It's John Henry Irons.
And that was the part I hated. That was the one gripe I had about that show was like, wait a minute. So y'all are going with Lex from this Earth if he was black? I was like, oh, it's not him at all. But he took Lex's suit.
Yeah. He took the power suit and everything else. So the ship recognizes him as Lex. I'm like, okay.
That's some weak sauce story. That's some weak sauce storytelling, but right.
You know, I did like the red herring of them thinking everybody thinking it was Doomsday. It was bizarre.
That still made me mad.
You know, I was just like, nice twist.
No, you
funny.
gave
I like it.
Y'all get away with it.
You gave the Doomsday intro and made it bizarro. I'm like, come on, with the helmet.
Was it hard to explain? Like hell, it was. It was. That was a hard. I was just like, other dimension under the ground.
But were your expectations subverted? Because that's all that actually matters.
More like perturbed. I was perturbed, sir. And I'm using perturbed not because that's my word of the day, but I found out perturbed just means you're pissed off.
I am perturbed. I want more pictures of Spider-Man.
I used to say pissed off. I'm just gonna go with perturbed, sir. I am heavily and severely perturbed right now.
So I don't know. It goes to swing it back to Last of Us before we get out of here. To swing it back, this looks like so far they're on the right path, and we'll know something by next week how everything plays out. Because right now, yes, Pedro Pascal is definitely on the roll right now. He's going to have another show premiering. You might as well say it in another month. Yeah,
6 weeks.
And
I'm timing it, baby. We gonna
so he's gonna have 2 shows on the air right now.
Yeah.
So, and he's looking at Feige like, hey,
tag me in, coach.
Hey, baby,
come on over. The lot is right next door. I mean,
I'm easy. I'm a cheap date.
Y'all, we both got the same gate
with your boy. Yeah, I'm
the
working
same
with
gate
your boy.
code gets us in.
Yeah, so you're right, Derby. It's the right path so far. So I'm he says, I do know about the break. I really haven't because of audio. But it's safe to say that maybe, or at least with Last of Us, right path right now.
Sure footing.
Sonic and Sonic 2, right path.
Yep.
And you did a dead stop. You're just like, oh, you don't need a 3. I mean, we're getting one.
Yeah, we're getting one.
But you talking about God of War?
That's another one.
That's another one, but
That's
that's
another
still
one.
that's being developed.
They need
Which
that
one?
shit
Which
right
one?
now.
Which one are you
I
talking
need it
about?
right now.
If you don't get Christopher Judge,
They're wanting they're wanting to go the current run, so it'll be leading into Ragnarok.
And
that's fine.
Listen,
That is fine. That is
Okay.
fine. Let's
No,
go.
don't get me
Let's
wrong.
husband
go.
goes
I'm
back
all
and
for
forth
that
all the
because
time.
it's
He
the
wanted to go for the Greek
same
ones.
writer
I
that was
wanted to go
behind
tomorrow.
the 2 games is going to be one of the writers for the show.
Yes,
So
and it has to be.
Yeah.
To be.
you know, Halo. Yeah, he mentions Halo.
Oh,
no, we ain't gonna talk about
hell
Halo.
He mentions Halo.
No, we're not
We
gonna
ain't
talk
talking
about it. Absolutely
Lainey's
not.
face got so sour.
No, we ain't talking about Halo.
I didn't finish.
Master Chief never takes off his helmet. Master Chief doesn't smash.
I liked it.
Master Chief does
Really?
not take off his
Smash?
helmet.
I'll send you the series. I got the
Listen.
series. I'll send you the series.
No. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I don't need the series. I saw it. I'm good. Like
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Like no.
Just trying to get rid of him.
As a Halo fan, I was like, no.
Hard pills to swallow. There's certain things
No.
There's certain things you start off strong, like that first. What was it? The first episode?
Yeah,
was
strong,
not that bad.
Strong.
Agreed.
You had a good, good strong showing, and then after that, you just.
I mean, you had the Fall of Reach, you had Noble Team, you had the Pillar of Autumn, you had the Flood. I'm sorry.
I didn't. Okay, so short little piece about me. I can't play first person shooters. I get that weird nystagmus seizure shit.
Yeah.
So I can't play those games. So I don't know anything about Halo. So I went into that series blind. I liked it. I liked the storytelling.
There's nothing worse than playing a game.
If you don't know anything about it, you'll probably enjoy it a lot more than I would.
Right. Because my wife enjoyed it, and she's never played. I've played the game.
I have not played it. I've watched my husband play it sometimes, but I have not played it. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Oh.
See,
and I didn't know the story beats of it.
There's nothing worse than watching the Horde and the Flood both battling on the ship, and I'm low on plasma, and I'm like, I need to find a way to get out of here.
That was the whole. I'm gonna sit here and watch you. I'm just gonna take out. That's a whole. I'm gonna sit here and let y'all duke it out, and I'm gonna wait.
I had to take to the rafters on it. I'm like, oh, I can get up here. Oh, this must be a glitch. I'm going to ride this glitch.
But that's the thing, though. It's like we do hold those fandoms. I was like Halo being one of them, Gears of War, because they talked about making a Gears of War movie for the longest time, and I was like, you can't
it's
really
coming
make
though,
it.
right? What's his face got Netflix to bite?
Don't let Netflix do it.
No, Netflix is in the running. Netflix is in the running.
I am so not trusting Netflix with a lot of properties. It's the fact that they're doing a live action One Piece, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, what?
They're doing a live action One Piece.
They're doing a live action One Piece. Yeah, I don't know how.
Netflix is trying. Netflix is going on the anime destroying gauntlet because they've already did Brotherhood, they've already did Full Metal Alchemist, they've already done Bleach, they've already done Death Note, and now One Piece is the next one they want to do.
And Cowboy Bebop,
reverse Infinity Gauntlet.
Where was I? Anyway.
Yeah. Avatar.
Avatar's another one.
Bro.
Unless you want to watch the same movie twice.
But you know what? The casting seems to give a little hope. I'm hoping because
Wait, are we talking about the Nickelodeon casting? Or
yes.
Okay. Nickelodeon. Yeah.
No. Okay, I'm talking about based on Nickelodeon for Netflix. They're casting the live action Avatar from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
That casting looks promising.
Yeah.
So
I mean the casting for Cowboy Bebop wasn't bad.
You're right.
Okay,
you're right.
And it was like I'm like, yo, you got the show. That's nice.
Got the first 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop right, but you messed up the ending.
Yeah.
How?
You literally had a whole show.
That part.
Subverted your expectations.
Subverted your expectations.
I'm not gonna lie, they got me. They got me. The intro. I'm like, oh, they got the intro right, so they must be doing it. You know,
wrong.
Couldn't hold their wad. Had to blow it all in the first 2.
But that's just the thing about Cowboy Bebop. That was easy. It's like follow the manga, follow the anime.
Yeah, they're doing One Piece. They've done Full Metal Alchemist. They've done Bleach. They're doing My Hero.
did
got
Death
My Hero
Note.
too.
Death Note. Yeah, Death Note
Death
got
Note was-
trashed.
oh,
Death Note was fun.
Right.
Death Note was so comical to me at one point. I'm like, and
Holy
who thought this was a
mother.
good idea?
Yeah, they Death Note got. My son called me. He
Oh.
said, "Dad, don't watch Death Note."
Don't do it.
I'm like, "Is
Who
that
was
bad?"
the writers
Yeah.
in there?
They got your name in a
who
book,
did they
Dad.
talk
Don't do
to?
It's
I'm like,
Maybe
yep,
the
scared
writers
away.
need to
I
be
was-
in that book, yo. For
Yeah.
real.
And that's why when they said, "Oh, we're doing a live action One Piece," and I'm like, "You mean the show that's like on season 28 or
Mhm.
something?" You know, and you're gonna do a series or a movie? What?
See that? That's why I said. This is why I
swear
said
to God,
what's so-
I swear to God, they better not touch JoJo.
Oh,
They better not touch JoJo.
you know that's on deck. That's on deck. I don't even know why you said that, Chris. Because you know off the bat, as much as JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, you don't think Netflix is going, we can get that too.
No,
We can get that too.
no.
As I said, Netflix is becoming the Grim Reaper of
I ride
anime.
with the straw hats, but you don't touch JoJo neither.
Oh, they gonna get on him. That's why I said I can't. I mean, it would be so bad. That's why I was telling folks like, well, the anime adaptations are not that bad. I said, have you ever seen Fist of the North Star?
Oh my God,
that by far is the worst video game anime adaptation in human history.
Oh,
and I mean, it is uber bad. The reason why Chris is looking away and shaking his head is because he's seen it.
Yeah, when I was younger, and when we stayed with my grandmother, and we would, it's a Saturday, it's nothing going on. I had a little headache, so I'm just watching TV. Oh, Showtime! They're showing Fist of the North Star. I was hearing about this.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't my
I
headache
felt
first.
that depresses Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Let me see if I can find. Yeah, it was.
Ooh, that's a close second though, Derpy. That's a close second.
Oh.
That is the whitest anime you can find.
What's that?
My Jesus.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Evolution.
That is the whitest anime adaptation you can find.
Yeah, it was. Oh my God, it's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do not do it.
Oh, no. That's how bad it is. It's free on YouTube.
It's so good that it's free?
Free.
I'm okay.
If you're in prison and you have a lot of time on your hands, here you go.
Okay.
When you made the Kamehameha two-step.
I'm gonna play it without the audio because it's just I can't bad.
It's Piccolo. It's like just
Naruto.
Oh,
but
that's the North Star.
Yeah, this is Fist of the North Star. Like, who was that? Scott Atkins? No,
yes,
Scott Atkins. Yeah,
that's Scott Atkins.
Yeah, it was like Cookie.
What?
I know that dude is Cookie.
Oh nah.
Like, there's a specific scene in here that I remember clear as a bell from the anime.
Mm-hmm.
And when they played it off here, I'm like, this is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Whose idea was this?
What is with the cutaways and him looking very why?
Yeah.
What?
Oh nah.
It gets worse.
What?
Oh my nuts.
This needs to be a mystery science theater 3000.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We need to do that.
That's fact.
The David Deaton Karate Studio.
Kitty shot. Oh.
Not looking me up and down.
Better.
It's just the whole thing. It's just that bad.
Nah.
What?
Just really bad. Just really
Go, victory.
It's that bad.
Oh wow, this is intensely terrible.
Actually, I take that back. This is the second whitest adaptation of an anime.
Yeah.
After Avatar?
Punch that man into a cone head.
Yeah.
What?
He looked like the Buttman. He looked like the Buttman from
this makes Annihilation look like Schindler's List.
Wow.
Oh my God, Laney. See, when you see something like that, Mortal Kombat ain't so bad now, ain't it?
Oh my god. We just gotta lower
you know
the
what?
bar.
I'm getting thoughts that maybe we do need to do like a mystery science style.
Oh,
I'm here for it. And we need to do what Kira's doing, have some drinks, have a good time. I'm here
Nah,
for
you
it.
just-
It just
You'll
ri-
be
it
sitting
just
there.
rips
I'm
it apart.
here
It
for
just rip it
You will be
apart.
good.
no, if
You
y'all
will
make
be
me
good and
watch
loaded
this
about 10 minutes
week,
in.
I think we need to
okay?
do that. I think we need to. I just think we need to set up a episode. And we're just like, yo, tune in. We're watching Fist of the North Star live. Watch
Yes.
it with us. We're tearing this thing
No,
apart.
if y'all have me watching that, I'm doing this.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna get my Bailey. Okay,
You know what?
I'm gonna get my Bailey.
DC might pop in with the Terramana. He's like, what the fuck are y'all watching?
Yep. Let's do it.
So we're
Let's
getting
do
ready
it.
to get
I'm
out of
here
here.
for it.
Brought to you by Don Julio.
We're getting ready to get out of here. We are, man. This is. I told y'all this was gonna go down. We'll start with. Well, I'll let Lady go first since Kira's taking her swig.
I can multitask. Trust me, that went down.
I'm like, I was gonna say, was it going gurgle gurgle or I don't know. Well,
Not
I got Lady over there now. I'll let her go first. So, Lady, tell everybody where they can find you.
Hey y'all, I am Lane from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband do movie reactions. We do a lot of different things on our YouTube channel at Geek by Heart. You can find us there on Twitter as well, and on TikTok and on IG. So come and check us out. We'll be talking about The Last of Us. That's one of the things that we're gonna be talking about. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, now the lady of the land.
Well, hello, good evening, everybody. My name is that one right there. Ha 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 ha. My name is Kira Brown, and I am a part of I am a room full of blurs. I have an IG, which is the exact name that is there listed below. I also have a good Lord that carries me through things when I forget what it is that I'm about to do.
Apothecaries, keep it in right now.
It's an upgrade tonight. I can't. This is a $40 bottle of wine.
Oh.
Is it's my birthday in 2 days.
Yes.
Yay! I am on Fanbase under Room Full of Blurs. I have an audio chat room that I hold every Saturday at 9 p.m. We have a good time. Sometimes there's games. Sometimes you win prizes. Black History Month will be very interesting. You should come through. And I am on what am I on? I'm on Twitter. Room Full of Blurs without the O in room. I have a podcast. It's called Child of Mandalore. I talk about the history of Mandalore as it pertains to Star Wars, the people, and the planet. And I will be making another podcast, which will be named Room Full of Blurs. Join me. I won't drink as much, but I will.
But that's not a promise.
I will be drinking wine. I will drink wine.
I hope she drinks more. This is awesome.
Oh yes.
Oh man, go ahead, Will.
Come on, Will. Come on, man. You got this. You got this. Come on, Will.
You can't. I can't follow that up when Apothecary carries around. All right. Of course, you can find me
Look,
Black Fox 447 on
before you
all
do that,
socials,
Will.
guys.
Before you do that.
IG and everything else about. I also do, as Chris has said, I do the writing portion for wrestling for the Bird's Eye View website. Why wrestling? Because wrestling is real. People are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kitty for that one, especially in the world of WWE right now, because my God, that is like the Empire Strikes Back. Aside from that, I do a lot of video game reviewing, music, television, whatever you call it. A couple podcasts of my own, which you can find my daily news and current events podcast called How the Frack We Got Here, also on YouTube and on Facebook. And of course, my video game podcast with my partner Joe Tonello every Friday on YouTube and Facebook. Now I'm pulling a Cura now. Called Get With Podcast. And aside from that, like I said, like and follow me. I'm usually friendly, very social, love to debate. The only thing I ask is don't be a creeper. We're all cool.
Right.
Wow.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Cinematic Assassin will be watching.
William.
Yes. We'll be watching is the name. If you're looking for me on socials, it's at Mayhem Media. Don't matter what site you're on. Got that branding down pat. We doing just having fun stuff. Movie reviews, TV reviews. I like to talk about comics and also whatever the hell just comes to my random ass brain. Find me here Tuesdays and Thursdays. My own podcast, Blurs Absurd, coming soon. And yeah, I also write stuff sometimes for pure fandom. So, you know, I'm all over the web. Holla at your boy.
Okay. Jesus, why I had to get that damn camera together. It was giving me problems.
You can find that camera part of the show.
I'm like, Jesus,
I was
good
trying
thing I
to
wear
stretch
pants
to
when I
get
do
you
this show. Yo, it is your man on the wall, the man on the wall, the man up north. You are talking to Chris Fury. You're listening to Chris Fury. And guess what? You are listening to the world-breaking podcast.
Hey!
So check it out. Keep it up with it. Keep up with it. I told y'all before, if you wasn't on this train, you was gonna be left.
Wait,
Anyway.
do we all get like a little
Yes, we do.
Hey, listen, if we didn't, I was making my own. I
was making my own plaque.
Dude, I've been dropping that. I
It was gonna be in the
dropped that at the
background
coffee
like a
club this
YouTube
morning.
plaque.
I did a world record on the weekend. And he was like, yeah, and kept pouring my shit. I was mad.
Once I find out, because I think our sponsor, Amron for Opulence Radio, once she gets all the schematics and the details and she lets DC know, he'll let me know. So we're in there. But if you've enjoyed what you've seen on this evening, and if you enjoyed what you've been listening to, you can go to IG, go to Blurred's Eye View, all one word, and it will send you to the link in the bio, which will send you to all our great socials, including Facebook, the Facebook page, Blurred's Eye View Podcast. Go to the one that has all the capital letters, because that's the one I'm most active with. You can listen to us on Opulence Radio as well. You just go to the opulenceradio.com, download the app, totally free. You can listen to us in past episodes every Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can also check us out on Twitch handle Blurred's Eye View 1. Thank you, guys. Also, go show your love on the YouTube channel, which is always fun to do. Go to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll get all these great episodes. We're like on 109 now, I think. Season 9, baby. Season 9. I decided to run the show like an actual show. Like, we're going to take a break, probably go 24 episodes. Who knows? Take a little break in between there. I ain't crazy. I just played one on TV. But don't tell everybody the secrets. I'm like, they just now getting used to me doing the villain part. I'm like, I can't give them all the juice. Anyway.
Don't worry, I found your carnivorous. I'll be asking for address information.
Why?
Oh my god, I have one in the office today. I completely forgot to take a picture of it. Oh my god, I had dual colored eyes and everything.
Why was I on TikTok and somebody was playing the Dr. Evil song and I'm like, son of a bitch.
It's all coming together. I had saw that. I'm like, I'm buying that. I'm gonna ask Chris for his address. I'm sending him this.
I can see my wife now. What you got this time? It is my cat in a box.
It's your cat in a box.
Come carnivorous.
My wife stopped asking questions a long time ago. She just let that
goes
man
with
be crazy. Yeah, she just goes with it. She's like,
She just goes with it.
She looks at her mouth. She's like, don't. You don't want to go down that hole. But thank you everybody for tuning in, for all the comments. We're still doing giveaways for the movie Devotion, and we also have another giveaway coming up this Thursday. We are talking to the Joneses, who run Midnight Comics, nice. Black-owned comic book company out of Atlanta. Tune in Thursday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern on all these great channels that you've seen here tonight. But I want to thank my squad. Look at that. Doom.
Oh wait,
I'm gonna learn. It's always the reverse. It's like that old Star Wars game. Up is down and left is right.
Right.
I'll figure it out. But until then, just tune in, show your love on the episodes, on the channels and all the YouTubes and all the IGs and the Book of Faces and all that stuff. Thank you, Candy B. I'm still in there for a little while. But until then, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. This is Chris Fury along with this fantastic crew. We'll see you Thursday.
bye.
Ooh.